All right, we are live for the UFC on ABC 2 main card. It's not started yet, just finishing up this undercard. Just saw Jim Miller and Joe Solecki. We'll be getting into it here momentarily. It'll be a pretty fun main card. I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to get some good action. First fight on the main card starts off with Mike Perry and Daniel Rodriguez. Definitely a big fight on this main card. Definitely going to bring in some entertainment. I think this is going to be a really entertaining fight. Looks like Joe Solecki probably did get the decision over Jim Miller here. See what they announce here in a moment. On here a couple minutes early. Get the live stream set up and whatnot. Let everybody get a chance to join. That main card starts pumping and we'll have some good coverage, man. Hopefully we get a solid show. You're in right now, make sure you smash the like button if you have not already. Should be fun here. We get ready for the main card. All right, the decision's being announced right now for the Jim Miller Joe Solecki fight. All right, the stream health all looks good. Ready to rock. We're ready to get into it. We just got to get the viewers pumping in. So, for the one guy watching, appreciate you being here, buddy. We'll get into it. Joe Solecki gets the win by decision over Jim Miller. As kind of expected there. I think that Joe Solecki, the younger guy, hot prospect, I definitely feel. I mean, beats Jim Miller. That's a pretty good name in the cap for him, especially early on in his career. Definitely some potential for him. Bright future for Joe Solecki. The main card is going to be starting here very soon, probably in the next 5 minutes. Hopefully we get them walking into the cage, at least in the next 10. It'll be pretty good, though. I'm looking forward to these fights. Good to be back live. Get everybody up in here soon. Jim Miller versus Joe Solecki. Ends with Joe Solecki getting the nod. Congrats to Joe Solecki. Huge win. Nina Nunes making her way to the arena with her and Amanda's daughter. She's fighting Mackenzie Dern, man. She's in a dogfight. That's a tricky matchup there. Not an easy fight by any means, but I think that it's going to be a good one. Arnold Allen, he's coming in. He's in a huge co-main event spot against Sodiq Yusuff. That fight is high stakes as they come. Both hot prospects, both unbeaten in the UFC. I cannot wait to see what happens in that matchup. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be some good action, some good entertainment. All right. Main card here starting right now, pretty much. Doing the little promo and whatnot first. We'll be getting into it, man. Gonna be fantastic card. I am pumped for it. In memory of DMX, rest in peace to the legendary rapper. Definitely gave a lot of people motivation over the years. Worked out to his music, trained to his music. Legend of the rap game. Marvin Vettori looks to make his claim towards a world title. I believe with a win here over Kevin Holland, he deserves a #1 contender fight. I feel like he's one of the best guys in the world without a doubt here. And I think that's probably going to be what's next. Him and Paulo Costa, if he gets past Kevin Holland, I think is the fight to make. I think that's a fun matchup, honestly. Should be good. Should be good. The promo going down now. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Got a few people. Rip DMX, man. Legend of the game. Pay-per-view Dizzle. How you doing, brother? Make sure you guys smash the likes. Let's get this thing pumping. Just started going live about 5 minutes ago. Decided to hop on a little early just so could get everything pumping up. We got to get the viewers in. Enjoy the show. Commentating these fights play-by-play. Giving you my takes. Round-by-round coverage. Going to give you my scorecards as well. My analysis, my take. I'm excited. Good card. In the first fight on the main card, Mike Perry, Daniel Rodriguez, you see them listed there on the screen. That's a huge fight. That's a huge fight as far as fans go. I mean, is it going to be Future world title challengers, maybe not, but both fan favorite guys. Both guys come to scrap. Mike Perry hits like a truck. So does Daniel Rodriguez. You got a guy who definitely be down to strike. I wouldn't be shocked though if we see Perry maybe look for some takedowns, something different. You got Mike there, okay? Dude, I'll be honest. I would love to see Mike Perry win. I think it's a very competitive fight. I had a not super confident pick of Daniel Rodriguez earlier in the week, but I feel like if Mike Perry is on his best game, I feel he can beat Daniel Rodriguez. But just the Mike Perry we've seen recently, not training with his team, not having a corner, definitely wasn't the best look. But I do think he'll be back better in this matchup. Good way to start off the main card, though. I'm super pumped for this fight here. Overall, this main card is sweet, to be honest. Very good for free TV card on ESPN Plus, or the ABC card, I guess. So they had to give it a little bit more heat than normal here. Excited, man. We're going to be getting into it very shortly. UFC's just going through their promos and whatnot, hyping the fight up. Everybody's ready for a good show. Kevin Holland in the main event, and we look to get back on track. He had that bad performance against Derek Brunson. Bad performance was really just caused by him not getting up to his feet whatsoever. Granted, Brunson's very hard to get off of you, but I feel like Holland really didn't have too many stand-ups from the back. When he was in the guard, he was kind of complacent there and just sat. But this is a different matchup here. Marvin Vettori, definitely a different style. Not going to lay and pray. Marvin Vettori's going to go for the finish. So Kevin Holland, he best get back up to his feet if he's on his back, or at least start attacking for submissions from the bottom here, because he can be in a lot of trouble quickly when you take on a guy like Marvin Vettori, who as of late has been beating people up. Beat Jack Hermanson in his last fight. That was a huge win. Prior to that, beat Carl Roberson by a submission in the first round. That was a great performance. Really, Vittori's emerged onto the scene. You look, he beat good names. I mean, Jack Hermanson's a good fighter. You think Kevin's going to murder Marvin? We'll see, man. I don't know. I personally don't think so, but hey, we'll find out. I hope Holland comes with a fire lit under his ass, because when he does, he brings some fun fights, man. I really enjoy watching Kevin Holland. He's a fun guy to watch. We are getting it started. DC talking with John Anik at the moment, and there's also Dominic Cruz there as well. I'd love to see Bisping commentating the fight, but unfortunately, no Bisping today for commentary. Lex Luthor, he does look like him, right? That's funny, man. Could be good, man, these fights. I'm excited. Start it off. Hopefully, we get some more viewers pumping in here. Probably will soon, but I know it's a midday card, so who knows? Maybe some people aren't watching, tuned in. I'm locked in. I'm ready for it. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the live stream. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. We'll be getting into these fights. There's going to be some good matchups on this card. I'm very excited. Early pick for this Daniel Rodriguez Mike Perry fight. I'll pick it as they come out. I do want to see, how they look inside the cage. I feel like it's going to be a very fun fight. I'll definitely say that. I think this could be one of the more entertaining fights on the card. Action-packed, both good strikers. I think we're going to see excellent striking from both of them. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. Megan O'Leary talking it up. What's up, M12? Good to see you back, brother. If you haven't yet, smash the like, my man. Get this algorithm pumping. I know it's not Bellator, so we're not one of the few guys doing it. We got a lot of competition out there, but I think the views will start pumping in over the next 30 minutes or so, especially for the main event. I know people are going to be looking for it, trying to hear some play-by-play. Number 6 versus number 10. Marvin Vettori and Kevin Holland. Definitely a high-stakes fight here. Israel Adesanya, the champ. It is interesting. He's coming off the loss to Jan Blachowicz. Wonder what will be next for him. I know he really wants that Darren Till fight, but I mean, Darren Till's got to get a win before they do that. Robert Whittaker, he's fighting Kelvin Gastelum. Number 1 versus number 8. Kind of just what had to be. Short notice replacement. Kelvin steps up. I do think Whittaker beats him there. Middleweight division's very interesting. And Marvin Vettori has definitely emerged as a top guy in these past year now, really. His past 2 fights is when he really emerged. It was last summer. He beat Carl Roberson. The hype started building. It started giving him a lot of momentum. And it's definitely shifted his career in the right direction, I feel. Yes, sir. Don't leave it in the hands of the judge. And look what Gamrot did. He beat Scott Holtzman badly. And Scott Holtzman's not an easy guy to put away. Got to give some respect to Holtzman there. But man, Gamrot put it on him. I think Gamrot's somebody to keep an eye on in the lightweight division. He's a hot prospect. There's a lot of hot prospects at lightweight. Joe Selecki, too. I think Gamrot, though, tricky fight for a lot of guys at the top of that weight class. I'm excited, man. Lightweight division tends to be, the most stacked division. A lot of savages out there. I'm excited to see who's the next big contender. Gamrot's looking good. Joe Selecki's looking good. There's definitely some momentum. Right now they're talking about the main event between Holland and Vittori, showing that highlight of when he knocked out Jacare from the bottom. How crazy was that knockout? That was a wild one. That was absolutely wild. Some crazy moments in MMA, and that was definitely one of them. It's fight night, baby. I'm pumped. I'm actually happy to see a day card just to mix it up sometimes. It's enjoyable having fights during the daytime. Don't have to stay up late. Enjoy the show and go back to your nightly plans on a Saturday. Mike Perry versus Daniel Rodriguez, first fight on this card, the main card rather. It's going to be a really good matchup in the welterweight division. Mike Perry, one of the fan favorite fighters, a guy that's well liked, I think, amongst tons of people, even though he's a nutcase in some people's opinion. I think that Mike Perry and Daniel Rodriguez are going to put on a hell of a fight. I'm predicting this could be fighting. We're back up. All right, we're back up. We're back up. Okay. Good, good. We back. Back. I think we're back. Come on now. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little glitch for some reason. But we are back. We're live now. Shouldn't happen again. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Smash the like button if you haven't. Share the video. Let's get some people popping out here. Play-by-play starting soon. I know that's what you guys are here for. I'm excited for this matchup here between Daniel Rodriguez and Mike Perry. Both guys like to strike. Both guys can fight. Michael says Mike Perry represent. I think he's gonna represent Mike Perry. I think he's gonna look good. I definitely feel like he's got a fire lit under his ass, man, because the tough loss in the last fight against Tim Means, he did show a ton of heart at the very least. They'll be walking to the octagon here shortly. A long build up for this fight right here. It's gonna go down. Smash the like if you haven't already. Let's get that algorithm pumping. Get some more viewers in here. If we can get it to 5 likes, that would be fantastic. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the live commentary for the fight. 10 of you guys here, thank you so much. Get those 5 likes. Smash the like button if you haven't yet. Pretty soon, this fight is going to be starting, man. It's going to be good. Who do I have right now? I have a very low confidence Daniel Rodriguez pick, but I want Mike Perry to win. I'm a Mike Perry fan. So I'm definitely on Team Perry. I think it's a 50-50 fight here. I hope Mike Perry comes with a fire lit under his ass, because if he does, I really feel like he can beat Daniel Rodriguez. My only fear is just Mike Perry has some issues up top, which are evident in some of his fights. 4 likes. I appreciate you guys. We need just one more. I know there's 5 of you in here. Let's hit that one more like button. Let's get those 5 likes. We get these likes pumping. Get this video moving. Get the algorithm pumping. We'll get some more people up in here the next little while, hopefully. Almost there. We got 4 likes now. We need that 5. Nobody walking to the cage just yet. Doing some commercials on ESPN. Fights on ABC as well. Yeah, he did look very ready in the press conference, which definitely started to shift my opinion. Earlier in the week, I had more confidence in Daniel Rodriguez, but Mike Perry looked in great shape. He looked mentally prepared, and I do think that he's going to put on an excellent performance here. In the very least, even win or lose, I think he brings the fight more than he has, in his past couple. We're hoping Mike Perry does get the W here. As a Mike Perry fan, the fun guy to watch, and him and Darren Till have that constant beef. Even though I think that that's just a different level of matchup at this point, but I think they'd still do it with one another, and I'd like to see it. I'd still be down to watch that fight. Yeah, exactly. So Mike Perry, he's shown elite level moments. It's just, I think with him, it's a lot of mental. He has some issues and whatnot in his personal life. If he's on his game, he should beat Daniel Rodriguez. I just fear that he won't be, but I will say he looked excellent all week, mentally looked more prepared than ever. I think at the very least, this is a better Mike Perry. So Daniel Rodriguez has to be prepared for the best Mike Perry possible. It'd be fun, man. I'm just excited for these fights to start. I feel like it's dragging out so damn long. We got 4 likes. We need one more to hit it to 5. If you guys could, smash that like button. Get that algorithm pumping. The more likes we get, the more viewers we get, the more fun we have in here. Let's get into it. Some good fights on this card. And I'm telling you, this is a fire way to start it off. They made the right decision for this UFC on ABC card to put Mike Perry in the first card, or rather on the first fight on the card, on the main card. This is going to be good. He brings a lot of eyes and he brings a fun style. It's crazy how now the UFC has made their way to ABC as well. Drop a likes. Listen to Benedict, man. Appreciate those 5 likes. You guys are fantastic. Appreciate everybody for tuning into the show. Now the goal is 10 likes. Hopefully we can get it soon. If you're watching, hit the like. Should be good, man. These fights are going to be good. They still just haven't started yet. Mike Perry making his way into the cage now. 6 likes. You guys are great. Thank you, guys. Stats of this fight. Daniel Rodriguez is 3 inches taller and brings a 3-inch reach advantage. 74-inch reach to 71. I feel like could be a factor, but I do think Mike Perry closes distance fairly well. He's got big hooks. I think he could counter the straights of Daniel Rodriguez here. I don't think the height makes that much of a difference in this matchup, but we'll find out very shortly. Introductions now. We are live. This is going to be fun, this fight right here. I'm predicting fireworks. No doubt there's going to be fireworks here. Be shocked if there isn't. I'm going Sodiq on that fight. I do think he wins a close decision, but Arnold Allen absolutely has a chance. That fight is 50-50. Mike Perry first round. I like the Mike Perry first round pick. Smash the like button if you haven't, guys. Get the algorithm pumping. Let's get the viewers coming in. The more likes we get, the more views we get, the more fun we'll have up in here. Daniel Rodriguez being announced. He's a favorite on the betting lines. Mike Perry, though, definitely favorite with all the fans. Platinum Mike Perry back in action once again. Loosening up, getting ready to go here. Throwing his nice 1-2 down the line. He does look in excellent shape. He looks lean. He looks mentally prepared. I think this is going to be a new Mike Perry, or rather an OG Mike Perry. Maybe we'll see the Perry that fought Vicente Luque. Mike Beltran, the referee, definitely one of the most intense looking referees out there. All right, let's see what happens here. Fight about to start now. First round of this matchup here. Expecting a great scrap. They touch gloves and it is on. Mike Perry, the orthodox stance. Daniel Rodriguez, the southpaw. Blue gloves for Daniel Rodriguez. Mike Perry with the red tape. I like these new Venom shorts as well. Mike Perry looks to come forward, but Daniel Rodriguez did a good job circling out. Good kick attempt there by Daniel Rodriguez. Very poised striker. He's got a nice jab too. Mike Perry's definitely going to use that rear hand, and he needs to use some head movement to get inside of the southpaw. It's a tricky style sometimes with these southpaws, especially Rodriguez, obviously very used to fighting orthodox fighters. Beautiful leg kick there by Daniel Rodriguez. Big shot there, a straight by Rodriguez. Mike Perry looking to enter the pocket. His hands are a little bit low. I wish he'd keep them a little higher. Maybe a little more head movement as he enters the pocket. He is entering a bit stiff, which does worry me. But very nice head kick attempt there by Mike Perry. That was a nice one. Right now in the center of the octagon, this is definitely a fight. It's a competitive matchup here. Rodriguez definitely looking for more counter strikes. Perry looking to enter the pocket of the longer fighter, Daniel Rodriguez. Rodriguez definitely comfortable staying at range and picking Mike Perry apart. Perry looking for some big hooks as he enters the pocket here. Good leg kick, though, by Daniel Rodriguez. Good leg kick right back by Mike Perry. 50-50 fight at the moment. Definitely Rodriguez did have a few clean shots. Good body kick there by Daniel Rodriguez. The height difference is kind of noticeable. A big shot on the overhand by Mike Perry. Didn't land clean, but definitely had a ton of power behind it. Oh, he catches Mike Perry with a shot over the top. Good leg kick there by Daniel Rodriguez. Beautiful shot by Rodriguez. Mike Perry felt that punch. Mike Perry definitely felt the punch. He looks in trouble. Daniel Rodriguez is swarming him right now. He's calmed down a bit. Oh, Mike Perry answers back. Perry with a body kick attempt there. Blocked well by Daniel Rodriguez. Decent jab there by Perry. Perry looking a bit too over-aggressive. I think he needs to set up his shots well, and he's definitely open for that straight left down the line. That's why you see Daniel Rodriguez working it so well. Mike Perry, his head's in the center a bit too much. Needs to get close to Rodriguez, but I think he is struggling because Rodriguez is definitely showing some good boxing skills. And being in that southpaw stance is tricky. Both in the center of the octagon now. Good fight so far. Definitely Daniel Rodriguez leading the dance. Hurt Mike Perry one time. But Perry's still in this fight. Especially now he's definitely recovered. This is anyone's matchup. But Rodriguez, the longer fighter, definitely having his way with some straights. Beautiful straight again. 1-2 down the line for Daniel Rodriguez. Beautiful leg kick there by Rodriguez as well. Another straight for Rodriguez. He's catching Mike Perry with these straight left hands constantly. Mike Perry needs to do something different, get his head off that center line. Doesn't work any jabs to enter. He likes to explode inside the pocket and throw hooks. It works against some guys, but when you're fighting a guy that has a decent jab, especially a southpaw, it's going to be tricky to do just that. He'll be open for a lot of straight punches. Good jab there by Daniel Rodriguez. Mike Perry with the beautiful takedown here. Picks him up and slams him. I think Mike Perry needs to stick with the grappling, but he is caught in a bit of a guillotine. He's not in trouble now. He passes to side control. Should be fine at the moment. Mike Perry has shown very good grappling ability. I'll be honest, I think he needs to stick with the grappling here. I think he's definitely the better wrestler of the two, and I think on the ground, Perry shines. He's underrated with his BJJ. I think he needs to keep this fight on the mat. Daniel Rodriguez is a deadly striker. Mike Perry is very strong, too, physically. And when he gets leverage, he can pick people up and slam them. I'm impressed by him, man. With his grappling. On the feet, though, definitely feeling Daniel Rodriguez is edging him out at the moment. In the full guard now is Mike Perry. Nothing crazy happening at the moment. Definitely he's regathering himself there. I mean, definitely was a hard first round. Wasn't easy. But he did finish strong with the takedown. I don't know if that necessarily gives him the first round. But he is looking to pass. He's in half guard now. Looking for a head and arm, but I don't think he has it here. Good underhook by Daniel Rodriguez. Perry puts a lot of pressure forward when he's on top. Does have a head and arm position here, but I don't think he'll be able to get it. Good defense by Rodriguez here. Half guard position from Mike Perry is on top. 2 seconds in the round, and that is it. End of the first round. I feel that you got to give that round to Rodriguez. I think he slightly edged it out just by a bit. Landed the better shots, even though Perry with a beautiful takedown in that first round as well. But yeah, I'm going to give that round to Daniel Rodriguez. I think that he deserved that round. And besides the takedown, Mike Perry was outstruck by Rodriguez. We're at 6 likes, guys. So you guys are great. If we could get it up to 10, that'd be fantastic. So if you haven't yet, smash that like button. You say 1-0 Perry? He likes Perry, man. He likes Perry. We'll see. Good fight, though, so far. I think Perry needs to stick with the grappling. Because Rodriguez from range is dangerous. The straight shot hurt Mike Perry. He definitely felt that punch. About to start round 2 here. Good fight so far. Very entertained. As expected with this fight. I think Perry's definitely getting comfortable. I think he does need to look for takedowns, though. I think he has a serious advantage with his wrestling over Daniel Rodriguez. And Rodriguez did not look to be getting back up to his feet anytime with that takedown. I think if Perry keeps shooting takedowns, he could control this fight with the wrestling. They meet in the center of the octagon. Perry circling outwards. He's actually now in a southpaw stance. I think he's realizing that straight was landing a lot for Rodriguez, but he's got to be careful when he's, in that southpaw stance and then switches back because he's very square when he does that. Could get caught by a straight hand. That could hurt. Yeah, I have Daniel Rodriguez winning that first round. MMA now. Beautiful leg kick by Daniel Rodriguez. Good jab too. Daniel Rodriguez is a hell of a kickboxer. Beautiful body kick by Rodriguez as well. Looks for a hook counter as well. Mike Perry's sitting in there. He is confident. He is comfortable, but he's very susceptible to that straight left hand. Just watch how Rodriguez pops it out there. It's very fast. And with that reach advantage, it's going to land a lot. Perry needs to be very careful. He could have been caught there as well. Daniel Rodriguez definitely has the better hands of the two. Mike Perry, a big power puncher, but Daniel Rodriguez doing his work from the outside very well. And it doesn't take much. If you land a straight down the center, right on the chin, you don't need to load up and throw insane power to get the knockout. Beautiful leg kick as well by Daniel Rodriguez. In the center of the octagon, it's his fight. He's outstriking Mike Perry here. If I'm Perry, I'm looking to set up takedowns. He has to. He's the better grappler of the two. Beautiful jab again by Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, Perry needs to throw some jabs himself, I feel, especially against the southpaw. He needs to look for stuff, but right now he's just getting pieced up on the feet. Yeah, Perry's nose never recovered after that Luque fight, man. It's like completely flat. I don't know if you've seen the video he pushes, but beautiful takedown. This is where Perry shines. Mike Perry is an excellent grappler, underrated on the ground. He's looking to get the back of Daniel Rodriguez at the moment. Rodriguez looking to get back up to his feet. He has Daniel Rodriguez's back. This is huge for Mike Perry here. It's crazy how good the grappling game of Mike Perry has gotten over the years. But Daniel Rodriguez is definitely safe now. Mike Perry does have him up against the cage, but nope, they reset. They're now in the center of the octagon once again. Good takedown there for Perry. Will score points, but he needs to get some control. Because as of right now, Daniel Rodriguez having the more effective offense with the kickboxing. Mike Perry unloading big overhands. That's his money punch, is that overhand, but he can't just swing for the fences because he'll get countered by the more precise Daniel Rodriguez here. We got 8 likes, guys. You guys are awesome. If we can get it to 10, that would be perfect. Good uppercut there by Daniel Rodriguez. They're both sitting in there. This is definitely becoming a slobber knocker. This is a good fight. Big straight by Daniel Rodriguez. Perry eats a good shot, though, as he always has. Big leg kick there by Rodriguez in the center. Perry comes back with a body kick of his own. Orthodox versus southpaw. Lot of rear hand straights landed for Daniel Rodriguez so far. Mike Perry looking to move forward. Rodriguez throwing that straight hand. Perry needs to be very cautious when he enters the pocket. Solid shots there by both men. Body kick attempt there by Daniel Rodriguez. 1-2 attempt by Daniel Rodriguez. Doesn't land cleanly, though. Perry's nose already looking busted up. Definitely bothering him here. If I'm Mike Perry, I'm looking for takedowns right now. Needs to set him up, though. He's just looking outstruck. Daniel Rodriguez has actually got Mike Perry bleeding over that left eye as well. Big straight for Daniel Rodriguez. The way this fight is looking, Perry is getting tired. But as is Rodriguez, you are right, but he's landing the better shots. Smash that like button if you haven't, guys. Let's get those 10 likes. Big straight hand by Daniel Rodriguez. Mike Perry swollen over the left eye. Mike Perry struggling from the punching range. Big shots from Daniel Rodriguez, though. As of right now, Daniel Rodriguez is taking control of this fight, in my opinion. Mike Perry needs a massive third round. He got cracked by another straight. He just looks like he's keeping his head in the center way too much, similar to how he looked against Tim Means. The wrestling is on point. I think he needs to transition his game to more grappling based. Yeah, Rodriguez right now dominating. In my opinion, he's up 2-0 with just 10 seconds left in the round. I think Daniel Rodriguez is en route to winning a unanimous decision. Mike Perry needs a beautiful final round. I don't think he has much of a chance to win a decision here. He needs the knockout. Yeah, it's 2018 Rodriguez for me. Besides landing takedowns, Perry really has not been able to do much here. He's been completely outclassed by Daniel Rodriguez as far as the kickboxing range goes. Mike Perry, known for overhands, known for power punches. Yeah, no, he never lost momentum. Those takedowns were decent, but they didn't do anything crazy, in my opinion. They definitely didn't. They didn't shift the fight in any way. I feel like they actually gave Rodriguez more confidence because he's like, hey, Perry can't do much from the top position here. We'll see what happens in this next round, though. As of right now, 2-0 Daniel Rodriguez, 20-18. Both clear 10-9 rounds. Mike Perry being outstruck here. Pay-per-view Dizzle has it 19-19. We'll see what Perry brings in this final round. All right, final round here. Mike Perry looks to rush forward. As big as a Mike Perry fan I am, I can't say he's winning. He's getting beat up. Yeah, he's got to pressure forward. Mike Perry just looking for huge shots. He's not setting anything up. Daniel Rodriguez can see those overhands from a mile away. Rodriguez looking very calm from kickboxing range, especially with the reach advantage here. Very good jab. Beautiful leg kick as well. Mike Perry throwing the leg kicks back. Mike Perry looking to rush forward, throws a head kick attempt, but not setting anything up. He's looking for the kill strike without putting any setups. He's just looking to unload. Big overhands, big head kicks, but no setups here. We got 8 likes, guys. You guys are awesome. If we could get it to 10, that would be even better. So smash the like button if you haven't yet. Good jab attempt there by Mike Perry, but totally misses. Looks for a takedown. Daniel Rodriguez fending it off fairly well. He's got the underhook. I don't think Perry's going to get him down, but Perry is a very physically strong man. Now Perry on the bottom, but he quickly gets back up to his feet. He's searching for the takedowns, unable to find them. Ooh, Daniel Rodriguez with a wide uppercut slash hook shot. Very awkward punch, but landed beautifully on Mike Perry. Mike Perry is wearing the shots. Look at his face right now. He's definitely beat up. He's fatigued. Big straight left lands for Daniel Rodriguez. This has been clear Rodriguez throughout, outstriking Mike Perry. I think this brings Daniel Rodriguez's stock way up. Yeah, if I was Mike Perry, I would just be grappling because in the striking range, he's clearly outclassed here. I feel Mike Perry, since the Luque fight, hasn't struck the same. It's definitely taken a toll on him. He's taken a lot of damage throughout his career, and that's something we have to note. If you take a lot of hits, it definitely does affect you. Daniel Rodriguez coming forward. A little bit more than 2.5 minutes, about 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the round. Daniel Rodriguez looks well on his way to cruise to a win by unanimous decision, and I would say the biggest win of his career, beating Mike Perry. Even though, yeah, he beat Tim Means, who just beat Mike Perry, the name Mike Perry definitely sits on the resume much higher than Tim Means, even though he beat Mike Perry. Right now, Daniel Rodriguez looking absolutely money out there. Pieced up Mike Perry. Look at the left eye of Perry. Look at the nose. He gets caught again with another straight. This has been Daniel Rodriguez's fight throughout. Mike Perry really hasn't been able to surmount much offense at all on the feet. He needs to get close. He needs to throw big shots. But I don't think so, man. He needs a knockout here. The only way Perry wins is knockout or submission. I don't think he's going to get it. As of right now, it's Daniel Rodriguez's fight. Rodriguez also looks like the fresher man, and he catches Perry with some big strikes. What a chin on Mike Perry. Another straight left down the line. Another straight left down the line. So many straight lefts and jabs. Mike Perry can't stop straight punches here. I heard that he sparred with Jake Paul. I'm really curious if there's footage of that. I'd want to see how that went. Daniel Rodriguez piecing Mike Perry up. Beautiful straight again. Rodriguez dominating this fight. Beautiful jab. Mike Perry has no answer as far as the striking goes. There's a clear level difference. Rodriguez putting on an excellent performance. Big straight again, body kicks. He's unloading on Mike Perry here. Mike Perry's face is busted up. Looking a bit like a zombie here. He's taking some huge shots throughout. This is definitely the Daniel Rodriguez show right now. Fight not really close at all. It's been, in my opinion, 3-0. Mike Perry landed a couple of takedowns, wasn't able to do much with them. Daniel Rodriguez cruising to a unanimous decision here. Big straight. Takedown attempt by Rodriguez. Misses. Good takedown defense by Mike Perry. Mike Perry's going to need to work on setting up takedowns more often. I think he may have to transition his game to more of a grappling heavy attack because his striking, he looks a bit slow, doesn't have the best timing, and really struggles to enter the pocket against taller fighters. And you see Daniel Rodriguez, especially from the southpaw stance, picked him apart here. 3 dominant rounds. Now they're in the clinch position. Daniel Rodriguez back against the cage. I don't know why Perry's even doing this. He needs to just go for broke because he just lost a unanimous decision here. He may, I don't know, will the UFC keep him around? Probably, but loss here in my opinion. Daniel Rodriguez, Mike Perry go at it. Fun fight, but definitely Daniel Rodriguez's fight. Mike Perry busted open. He's taken a lot of damage throughout his career. We're at 9 likes, guys. We need just one more to 10. So if you could smash that like button and let's get 10 likes. The more likes we get, the more viewers, the more we pump that algorithm. We'll be having more fun up in here with some more people commenting and whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to give that 30-27 Daniel Rodriguez. The hard pill to swallow for Mike Perry, in my opinion. I don't know where he goes from here, man. Yeah, I think Perry should take a year off. He's taking a lot of damage back to back. I mean, Tim Means, that fight wasn't that long ago, and he got pieced up in that fight. Now he gets beat up bad by Daniel Rodriguez. Another bad loss for Mike Perry, man. You know, he was a guy with a ton of momentum coming into the UFC. He was a knockout artist. But at the end of the day, hasn't been the top fighter. And at the end, if you look, I mean, he lost to Max Griffin earlier on in his career. The result here was predictable if you look at the experience of Mike Perry. But, you know, we thought maybe Perry would have a shift in momentum or whatnot, but he does not. He takes hard fight here, man. He got pieced up. It was hard. It was kind of hard to watch, though, because Perry really wasn't able to surmount much offense, man. The striking, it's level difference. Daniel Rodriguez is a beast, without a doubt. I'm Mike Perry. I don't know. I think he really needs to sit down and consider what he wants to do next. He's jacked. He's flexing out. Do bodybuilding. Yeah, not training at an actual gym is going to absolutely kill your game. And I feel like that's evident here with Mike Perry. And if he doesn't, I don't think he should keep fighting because he's taking a lot of damage. It's not healthy to take this much damage. Mike Perry's getting pieced up. Rodriguez gets a unanimous decision. No controversy there, thankfully. No controversy. If they would have went the other way, that would have been insane. Last night, Bellator, I don't know if you guys tuned in. I know some of you guys were here. What a crazy outcome on that Goichi Yamamuchi fight. I thought that was clearly Yamamuchi's bout. They ended up giving it to Dan Moret. So judges always make me nervous, especially recently. Good fight to start off this main card. We're at 9 likes. We're hoping for 10. So if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. Let's help that algorithm keep pumping. Fun card here in store. Should be a great time. Good matchups. Yeah, Mike Perry. I think Mike Perry should take, if he takes off 1 year, I think that would be his best case scenario. And hopefully he'll go through some serious improvement. I think he needs that time off. If you look, I mean, the results lately, how's he been looking? Struggling. Definitely struggling. Evidently struggling against fighters. It's not that Daniel Rodriguez isn't an excellent mixed martial artist. He most definitely is. But the way that Mike Perry is just not able to even get inside, not able to land much punching really at all. I mean, he was clearly outstruck here. Tough matchup for Mike Perry, though. I think they got to soften the opponents for him. Mr. Carpenter, I am going to pick Marvin Vettori in the main event. I think that he gets it done. I think we might be seeing it by a submission, actually. Vittori's underrated with the grappling, but he's very good. You look at that last fight against Jack Hermanson. Hermanson, a killer on the ground. He was able to beat him up there. Fun card, though. Super pumped. The next fight on this card, let me quickly change the graphic there. We just saw, yes, Carpenter definitely going over 1.5. I'd be shocked if that fight ends early. I like the over 1.5. Next fight is Nunes, Mackenzie Dern. This is a fun way to start off, or to keep the cards going. This is a really exciting matchup. I'm excited for this fight. Mackenzie Dern, hell of a fighter, as is the very skilled Nina Nunes. I mean, she trains with her wife, who's probably, I would say most definitely, actually, the greatest female mixed martial artist on the planet. So it definitely rises you to another level. No problem, Carpenter. Appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't smashed that like button, we're getting close to 15 likes. We need that 15. Right now we're at 14, but we're up there. We need just one more for 15. So if you haven't smashed that like button, smash it now. Let's get those 15 likes. Get that algorithm pumping. More people we get watching, the better. Overall, good show. Always a good show. Love doing the live commentary. Appreciate you guys for that 15. Definitely on the road to 20 now. I'm excited for this next fight. Feel like Nina Nunes should be able to fend off the takedowns and get herself a good performance here and beat Mackenzie Dern. But I will say, if it goes to the ground, be very cautious. That's what Nina needs to do, because very skilled grappler is Mackenzie Dern. Amazing grappler. No problem, brother. I appreciate you smashing the like button as well. Let's get it pumping. Good fights coming up. I am ready to see who wins this next bout. And I do think this might be an action-packed fight. Because, I mean, both girls are definitely towards the top. Daniel Rodriguez, that's definitely a signature win for him. Biggest win of his career, without a doubt. Nina Nunes and Mackenzie Dern, I'd say, are close to the top of that women's strawweight division. So, I mean, a win definitely is going to put them up there with the top girls in the world, and they could be getting a pretty big fight. How crazy is this fight next month, though? Rose Namajunas and Weili Zhang. Oh, my God. That fight's going to be crazy. I don't know. That's tricky to pick. As of right now, early favorite, I'm going to say Weili Zhang there, but I don't know. When the film study comes, I'll give you guys that final prediction. Mike Perry catches a loss. I don't know what's next for him, man. That's tricky, right? That's 2 straight losses now, I believe. And that one win was against Mickey Gall. Not saying Mickey Gall's a bad fighter. He's a good kid. He's a solid martial artist, but just he's not world class. Mike Perry definitely needs to change something. But he may not be in the UFC. I don't know. Do they keep him around? I mean, I think Dana does like him. He's very entertaining, but I don't know. Tricky route. He's definitely on a tricky road right now. Thank you guys for the 15 likes. Hopefully we can get this up to 20. Be covering this full main card. Got some fights to go. Up next is Nina Nunes versus Mackenzie Dern. What a way to keep this card moving. They stacked this card with talent. I'm pumped. This is going to be a good fight. Yeah, exactly, MMA now. Yeah, I agree. Both fights, his grappling looked perfect. I think he needs to prioritize grappling. I don't think that his striking is going to win him the fights like it used to. I don't know what happened. He's taking a lot of shots. His timing looks off. I don't know if he doesn't hit mitts or whatnot. Something's off with Mike Perry, but his grappling looks on. I think he needs to keep training that jiu-jitsu, keep improving his grappling game, and I think he really needs to work on his chain wrestling. And I think he just needs to totally switch his game up and just shock us all and just grind fighters out. Big pay-per-view card this month with fans back. Usman versus Masvidal 2. That was April 24th. 3 title fights. And we're going to hear some fans. That's going to be fantastic, hearing the fans yelling once again. I'm most excited for when Colby Covington fights again with fans. Hopefully hearing the boos. That always gets me pumped up. Rose Namajunas versus Weili Zhang. That's a sick co-main event. That's the thing, right? If he works on his offensive grappling, his takedowns and whatnot, He can set it up with the striking. The thing is, Perry, if you look, he doesn't really use his striking to set up his grappling at all. I think that's something he needs to work on. And then obviously the two will benefit one another. If you threaten with takedowns and now you throw a big overhand as you're shooting low, you can catch guys. With Mike Perry, it's like he's grappling or he's striking. He's not really doing both. It's not like he sets them up with punches at all like you see some of the best do. It's going to be some good fights, though. I'm excited for this next one. Right now, they're just showing the montage for the Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade fight, which I think that's going to be off the chain. But I think we have to clearly acknowledge that Valentina Shevchenko should dominate. Especially with the huge size discrepancy between those two. Like, big difference. Right, you look at his knockout over Jake. He set that up. The clinch set it up. That's the thing, is he's not setting up his punches with grappling. If it's just, okay, what's Mike Perry's style? He's gonna rush you and look for big punches. If I have a decent jab and some pop in my straight, I'm gonna keep Mike Perry off me and move all day. And then if you can defend his takedowns, even if he gets you down, he's not able to control that well, at least, against Daniel Rodriguez. He's very strong, so he gets the takedown, but Daniel Rodriguez wasn't really threatened at all on the ground. Mike Perry needs to keep working the grappling, and I think he needs to transition. I don't know if he needs to move to a new team or whatnot. It's going to be hard, though, because I do believe Perry's comfortable doing what he's doing, and you got to think he makes good money. Yeah, I think Ray just proved the blueprint to beat Mike Perry. You keep him off you, you throw straight shots, and Mike Perry's going to get frustrated, and he's not going to really change it up. He'll shoot for takedowns, but as long as you defend the takedowns, and even if he does get you down, Mike Perry's offensive submission game isn't, known for being that high level. 15 likes. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully we get it to 16 soon. Hopefully the viewers will be pumping in, especially with the bigger fights coming on. Definitely we get some more people joining the live. Right now, commercial break. One thing I gotta say I like about Bellator is they go back to back to back. The fights, they're in the cage already. They're fast. UFC does tend to take a while. Granted, they have bigger time slots and whatnot. So, of course, they'll take their time. But I'm just ready for this next fight to start. Good performance by Daniel Rodriguez in that first fight. Signature win for him. Yeah, Tim Means is a dog. I got to give Tim Means some credit, but yeah, he lost to Means and he lost to Rodriguez now. Back-to-back L's for Mike Perry. We'll see what's next. I don't know. It's going to be tricky. I'm going to look after the card ends. I'm going to have a post-fight video and I'll talk about what's next for Perry. Because that's a tough loss. Well, I'll definitely break down the Perry fight individually because I do want to talk about the performance and how I feel about Mike Perry. Because right now it's not good. I'm very disappointed in how he's looked. It's just not been, what he should be doing, really. He's not doing what he should be. Nina Nunes versus very skilled Mackenzie Dern. Nina Nunes' highest percentage takedown defense, at least prior to that fight against Tatiana Suarez, in the women's strawweight division. Mackenzie Dern's an absolute savage on the ground. Her jiu-jitsu's excellent. Her striking's excellent. Both of them recent mothers. So this is definitely a fight they're both going to want to get W's in. And both are pushing towards the top of the weight class. Tatiana Suarez, I believe, is still probably the rightful top contender, but is just not going to get her shot. She'll probably need one more fight now, especially after not being active for so long, about 2 years. I think the winner of Mackenzie Dern and Nina Nunes definitely skyrockets in the weight class, and I think earns a big fight. Yeah. Mike Perry, they definitely don't give him easy fights. The UFC is not known for giving easy fights out there, especially not to Mike. They're like, no, we're going to throw you to the wolves, man. It's tough fights. It's tough to fight against top guys back to back to back. But I don't know who's really an easy fight for him, especially in the UFC. Nina Nunes is a precise striker, the way she mixes it up. I think she's going to put on a great performance in this next fight. Big uppercut there, too. We're looking at the highlights right now. This next fight, Nina Nunes definitely's got some kickboxing ability. As long as she can stay off of the ground with Mackenzie Dern, I feel like the striking difference is evident here. But Mackenzie Dern, when she gets on top of you, should be fearful because she's got excellent submissions. Winner of this fight strives towards the top of the weight class. Without a doubt here, the winner of this fight strives towards the top. Should be a good one. Yeah, no, it's true. Maybe they should just give him some grapplers. I got to look through the rankings to see who it would be. Mike Perry just might not be I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's next for Mike Perry. I don't know. If he fights some grapplers, I think that definitely is an advantage, but they're giving him guys that can strike. He struggles. Maybe he's got to fight lesser guys. What's that guy's name that fought against Mickey Gall ages ago? That first fight, not CM Punk, the guy that beat CM Punk by a decision. I can't even. Mike Jackson. Give Mike Perry versus Mike Jackson. Let's do it. Sells. Still a delay waiting for the fights, but my prediction for this Nina Nunes versus Mackenzie Dern fight, I'm going to give it to Nunes by a close decision here. I think she edges it out. Mike Jackson, yeah. Hey, we can do that fight. That'd be fun. I doubt they do it though, because he's levels below Mike Perry. I think Mike Perry starches him in like 30 seconds, possibly, similar to how Mickey Gall tapped him in like 20 seconds. Man, ton of advertisements here. They're delaying it, man. The UFC likes to take their time, man. They like to make sure they get all the ads. I'm just ready for this card to start, man. This fight to start. Yeah, he does well with that reporter stuff, Mike Jackson. He's always actually been more of a reporter. He was just a casual MMA fighter. Like he competed as a pro in boxing a couple times. Yeah, I don't know where this next fight is. They're taking about 6 years to bring it. I don't know what's going on. One thing I got to give respect to Bellator last night, it was back to back to back, and I love that. We want to see the fights. We're here to see fights. What are we here for? We're not here to watch advertising. We want to see them getting in the cage. So come on now. Come on, UFC. Speed it up a bit. We've been here an hour. We've seen one fight. Come on now. Ton of ads. Shit. See, though. Should be a good fight when it starts up. That's the problem when they do these UFC on ABC cards. They fucking load the ads up. As they have to. I mean, they're making a ton of money from this. Come on now. I'm just ready to see what happens between these two gals. Yeah, true. It is ESPN. The card is on ABC as well. I'm watching on ESPN Plus, though. Ready to see this fight. How you guys feeling about this matchup in the comments? You got Nina or you got Mackenzie Dern? It's a tricky fight. So far, we've seen Mike Perry get a tough loss to Daniel Rodriguez. Up next, Nina Nunes, Mackenzie Dern. High stakes matchup in this women's straw weight division. I think the winner deserves a big name. I mean, they both kind of are big names, in my opinion, and striving towards the top of the weight class, definitely. How many commercials are we watching? This is crazy. This blows my mind. Damn, man, that stinks, bro. You're gonna miss the action, especially with how long they're taking here. You got Dern. Yeah, I think Dern could win it. He definitely has a chance here. Very good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Dern brings to the table. But Nina Nunes, taken into consideration, is known for very good takedown defense. 1-inch height and reach advantage in the favor of Nina Nunes here. Mackenzie Dern definitely has the Jiu-Jitsu advantage. But kickboxing skills of Nina Nunes are very high level. Number 11, Mackenzie Dern versus number 5, Nina Nunes. The winner of this fight definitely moves towards the top of the weight class. We are finally getting this fight started. Introductions now by Bruce Buffer. Strawweight division fight. Mackenzie Dern, submission ace. 10-1 as a pro. And she is the plus 110 underdog at the moment. Pretty much pick'em's odds here. Brambles of Dern. Yeah, could be. I think we'll see what Nina shows up. The Nina that last left, besides losing to Tatiana Suarez, she was on fire. So I do think that she'll continue with some good momentum. I think she's gonna put on a good show. She's the minus 140 favorite, 10-6 as a pro. The record's never been pretty at Nina Nunes, and I think that's why a lot of people wrote her off. But she really stepped her career up, had a big career turnaround where she got 4 straight wins, and obviously that record got much better. But we'll see here. Not an easy fight for either gal. Should be a fun matchup. She did knock out Amanda Cooper bad. But I don't think she has the kickboxing precision of Nina Nunes here. But she does have some pop in the hands. But she did miss weight for that fight by a fair amount. So do take into consideration she was a lot bigger. She's not as big now. She's in great shape, though. They touch gloves, both in the center of the octagon. Red tape for Nina Nunes. Blue tape for Mackenzie Dern. Getting comfortable and feeling each other out here. Both in the orthodox stance. Mackenzie Dern rushes forward. Nothing crazy lands, though. Would have been deadly if something did touch. Big leg kick there. Up against the cage, Mackenzie Dern has Nina Nunes with the back against the cage. Does have a whizzer on one side. She's looking for a throw here. Nina Nunes now back in the center of the octagon. Big shots being exchanged by both girls. This is fun. This is heating up fast. Big leg kick there by Mackenzie Dern. She's blitzing at Nina Nunes. She's making her work, which is something that I think she really has to do, especially to land these takedowns, threaten with chaotic striking offense. She's looking for a single. She's on deep on it, but good defense so far by Nina Nunes. She has very good balance, but good throw there. She tripped the leg out, and now Mackenzie Dern, the jiu-jitsu practitioner, is on top of Nina Nunes. This is trouble. And I like Sodiq Yusuff in that fight. And I'm glad you hedged out the Perry one with a D-Rod decision win, man. I'm glad. Right now, Mackenzie Dern in the guard of Nina Nunes. This is where Mackenzie Dern wants to be, on the ground. It is her world here. Nina Nunes, I believe she needs to get back up to her feet, or she will be in serious trouble. But as of right now, controlling fairly well from the bottom position in the guard. Closed guard, she does open it up, and she is looking to scramble and get back up to her feet. She's close to it, but good control there by Mackenzie Dern. She has that right leg locked, or rather the left leg locked of Nina Nunes. She is looking to pass the half guard. But right now, open guard position for Nina Nunes. Tough defense from the bottom position. She's not giving up. She's holding on tight. She knows she's in a lot of trouble if this fight is on the ground. Mackenzie Dern ends up in a dominant position. Her jiu-jitsu is off the chain. There's 2 minutes, 30 seconds in the round. That is a ton of time to work here. But as of right now, Mackenzie Dern now passes, actually. She's looking to pass to side control. She's very close to it. Her leg is still trapped by Nina Nunes here. But she is getting very close to passing this half guard. Maybe working on an arm there, but no, she's not. She's just got good position. Chris Tione in the way of the camera here. Come on, Chris. Nina Nunes, though, right now, putting on very good work in a 3/4 mount position. This is very dangerous for Nina Nunes. Ground and pound by Mackenzie Dern here. 3/4 mount position is absolutely trouble for Nina Nunes. Nina needs to find a way up to her feet. She's now full mounted. This fight may be over very soon. Mackenzie Dern unloading with ground and pound, but also looking for submissions. And I definitely agree with the statement you just made about Mackenzie Dern. She looks great. She's in excellent shape as well. Right now, full mount position, in complete control. Definitely winning this round here. And I appreciate you guys for 16 likes. We can get it at 20. That would be fantastic. Mackenzie Dern is going to be attacking for an armbar. Let's see if she commits to it or not, though. They still may be dry enough where that armbar will really slide in. It looks like she's close. She's definitely looking for the position. She is going for it. She is in position to lock up this armbar. This is big trouble for Nina Nunes. She has 1 minute to survive. As of right now, this armbar may be a lock. This may end the fight. Can Nina Nunes escape here? 50 seconds in the round. Nina Nunes definitely holding on for dear life. She knows. If Mackenzie Dern extends it, this fight is over. But as of right now, tough defense by Nina Nunes. Mackenzie Dern working to get that arm. She's very close to breaking the grip. 30 seconds in the round. Mackenzie Dern all over her in this first round. All Dern. And no, the Marvin fight hasn't happened yet. Right now, we're talking about Nina Nunes and Mackenzie Dern here. 20 seconds in the round. Mackenzie Dern still working on that arm. It looks like she may have it. It's fully locked out. That is it. First round submission win for Mackenzie Dern. Excellent performance. That is a round of applause victory. I think Mackenzie Dern may be the next big thing. I think she's a very tricky matchup for a lot of these girls at the top of the weight class. Look at the jiu-jitsu. And you just submitted Nina Nunes in the first round. I know she's been off for a while, but Tatiana Suarez is a hell of a grappler. Could not finish Nina Nunes. Mackenzie Dern is somebody to keep an eye on. She's excellent. Damn, great performance there by Mackenzie Dern. Beat Nina Nunes. Excellent win. She's an animal. And yeah, I agree with Donna here. I'm riding Marvin for the win in the main event. If you guys are tuning in, make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel as well. Cover all things MMA. Best sport on the planet. Excellent fight here. Great performance by Mackenzie Dern. The finish that she needed. I think this further legitimized her claim. Beautiful performance, absolutely. Yeah, the UFC needs Italian fighters, man. They need some Italian savages out there. Armbar win. First round submission. I can no longer doubt Mackenzie Dern. Great performance. Exactly what she needed to do, as you said, MMA Now. I like Sam Alvey for the upset as well. We'll see, though. This is tricky, man. Mackenzie Dern with a beautiful armbar. Wow. The jiu-jitsu game of Mackenzie Dern is just so high level. That's crazy. Great win. That's a win that's going to propel her to the top of the weight class. Just beat the number 5 fighter. This girl is somebody to keep an eye on. Definitely talk about that in the full card recap. Talk about what's next, because I think that bright future for Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, I think Sam Alvey, I was shocked to see how big of a dog he was on the lines. If you look, Dawoon Jung, who beat William Knight earlier, had a draw with Sam Alvey. Ryan Spann, split decision over Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey is a beast. And you look at Jamie Marquez, he really struggled against Mackie Pitolo in that last fight. It was surprising to me that they were able to have him as such a strong favorite there. Good performance there by Mackenzie Dern. Beats Nina Nunes. The minus 140 favorite Nunes was. If you got Mackenzie Dern as your dog, that was an excellent pickup. Personally skipped a bet on that one, but I did have Nina edging her out on a decision. I was wrong on that one. Congrats to Mackenzie Dern. Excellent performance there. Up next, it's Smiling Sam Alvey versus Jamie Marquez. This is an exciting fight. I am pumped for this fight right here. Look at the odds. Minus 190 favorite is Julian Marquez. Plus 155 dog is Sam Alvey. Interesting to see the odds being such in the favor. Yeah, I agree. Sam Alvey has awkward fights, but he's always there to win it. 12 people viewing. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Smash that like button if you have not yet. Let's get to 20 likes. We're at 16. We need just 4 more. I know you guys can do it for me. Yeah, there's shit judging out there. I agree, man. Great on Mackenzie Dern. Great on Mackenzie Dern. I feel like Mackenzie Dern has huge potential, and she looks in the best shape I've ever seen her, too. She might be a future world champion. I definitely think she can give some of the top girls at the weight class a lot of problems. Right, Alvey at middleweight is always scary, and when I see Julian Marquez as a strong favorite, it blew my mind. I'm like, wow, are they really sleeping on Sam Alvey here? Because Julian Marquez, no disrespect to him, he had a layoff. Then he came back and he struggled with Mackie Pitolo and got a late submission win. Yeah, I did see how Petr Yan was saying that. At the end of the day, I think Yan needs to realize, who cares about foreign rule sets? You got disqualified. It was a fair disqualification. You can't knee somebody on the face in the ground in the UFC. And definitely Mighty Mouse getting knocked out with that knee was an excellent win for Adriano Moraes. That was a sick knockout, but that's not the UFC rule set. So I feel like Petr Yan needs to accept. I mean, you definitely broke the rules here. I do think that he gives Aljo problems when they fight again. You saw how that fight was going. I think running it back is going to happen, but might not be for a while. We may actually see an interim title fight first because Aljamain Sterling is supposedly going to be out for a while now. Mackenzie Dern, biggest win of her career, first round submission victory over Nina Nunes. I think the sky is the limit for Mackenzie Dern. What a performance by her. She's a monster. He is an absolute monster. You talking about the which fight was it? The Luis Saldana fight earlier on in the night with Jordan Griffin? Hold on, let me quickly check. How did they scored it, right? It was split decision? No, it was a unanimous decision for Griffin. Or for Saldana rather. Yeah, I was surprised. I don't know. Dude, you can't leave it in the hands of the judges, especially this past week. Bellator, bad decision yesterday. UFC, bad decision today. You can't be leaving it in the hands of the judges, man, because there's just some terrible calls by these judges. It's terrible. And I picked Griffin. He was supposed to be my dog of the week, too. And he won. I thought he won. Whatever. It is what it is. That's a fight game. I don't think that Aljo will be able to keep up the pace that he attacks within that first round for 5 rounds. And that's what you need to beat Yan. The way that Aljo beats Yan, he outstrikes him with more precise counterpunching, but I do think that's going to be really difficult to do. How fast Petr Yan is and how he threatens with even the throws that he does. He's crazy, man. Mackenzie Dern talking to Daniel Cormier at the moment. Excellent work. Excellent. I'm impressed. Mackenzie Dern's a beast. He takes out Nina Nunes for the biggest win of her career. Yeah, I agree. I think Yan's gonna beat up Aljo again. I don't like that Aljo's, but he's got to get surgery. It is what it is. It's just so unfortunate we have a champion by DQ. This doesn't look good. I mean, Aljo is definitely happy to have that belt, whether by DQ or not, because he's definitely having fun with it. We'll see. The rematch is gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be a lot more beef in that rematch. I don't know if you guys have seen on Twitter. They're talking mad smack with one another. Yeah, Mackenzie Dern definitely deserves a big opponent in the next fight. He got a first round submission. I think he'll be ready to go fast. If somebody needs a short notice replacement, I feel like Mackenzie Dern can step in. He wants to fight a high ranked girl, is what she's saying. As she deserves. She just beat Nina Nunes. That's a huge win. I think she deserves it. Give her a high ranked fight. I'm excited for this next fight. Julian Marquez takes on Sam Alvey. Get it started. Let's get it going. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long before this next bout. We'll see. Signature win for Mackenzie Dern. I think we might be looking at at least a future world title challenger. Her jiu-jitsu is very difficult to stop. Do you think Jorge beats Usman? I don't know, man. I think we got to look at Usman with some respect at this point. You think Magomedov beats Yan in the trilogy? I don't think the trilogy is going to happen. Especially with him in Bellator now. I'm excited to see, though, what he has in store in Bellator. I think that he might be a champion there, Magomedov. But you know what? There's a lot of tricky names in that bantamweight division. Sam Alvey fights next. Should be a good matchup. Definitely think he's a dog to pick up. I think he can win this fight. I definitely do. Been in the UFC for a long time now, since Tough 16. Julian Marquez, veteran of the Contender Series, beat Phil Hawes there. Earned him a huge UFC fight, UFC contract. They're pretty good results in the UFC. Had a long layoff, though. Vittori versus Holland. Got some fights left. This next one should be a good one. Excited for that main event, of course, though. But I do think fun fight up next between Sam Alvey and Julian Marquez. The Cuban Missile Crisis. Let's see how long they make us wait for this next fight. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully they speed it up a bit. We get them in the octagon and we get it pumping. I like to see the walkouts, but unfortunately we're not probably going to get to see them with these commercials on. Yeah, Julian didn't look great. And I mean, Julian's last fight, he didn't look great. In MMA now, you think Usman, he gets hit. Usman does get hit, but he can eat. He's got a chin on him. We'll see, man. If Masvidal knocks him out, God bless, but that's a tricky fight. I think that you're going to watch that fight and you're going to see it be very similar to that first bout. A lot of cage control. I do think Usman will want to get a few more licks on Masvidal, though. But we'll see, man. Masvidal might be able to beat him because, I mean, he definitely made Usman look more human. You look at his fight versus Burns, he was hurt, but he took the shots. He started throwing his own jabs. He knocks out Gilbert Burns with a jab. That was crazy. We will see what happens with the rest of these fights because got a good card left. Got a few bouts left. Enjoying talking to you guys. Smash the like button if you have not already. Let's pump that thing up to 20 likes. We got 13 in here. We need 20. We're at 16 right now. So 4 more likes. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all for tuning in to the live show. Hopefully soon we'll have the fighters out there. But who knows? Yeah, Usman, very smart fighter. He is a very smart fighter, man. I agree. That's why I think that he gets it done as well. He knows the matchup to fight the opponents with. You know, you can't fight everybody the same. Definitely does it well. I respect it. I've grown to like Usman a bit. Even though at first I wasn't the biggest of fans. I like him now. All right. Kevin Holland making his way into the arena, as is Marvin Vettori. Excited for these fights. I'm just ready for these big fights to get pumping, man, but I just want to see some action. All right, all right. Carpenter, you think he's on the way down? Yeah, he might be. Definitely might be. Let's see these fights, man. I'm just ready for it to get pumping. Is they like to delay, man. The UFC likes to take their sweet ass time sometimes, man. All right, all right, all right. Come on now. All right. Hell of the tape coming up. It's about to start very soon. Going through the promo. Personally think the promo stuff's like, we don't need all this promo. I mean, we know who these guys are. If you follow MMA, you know who Sam Alvey is. You know who Julian Marquez is. Been around forever. Smash the likes if you haven't, guys. Let's keep it pumping. Prediction on this one's going to be Sam Alvey. I think he gets it done. I think he can win here. I do think he can pull it off. Thank you, mate. Yeah, he definitely has to be careful, but you got to remember this, man. Sam Alvey can take shots from big men. I don't think Julian Marquez has that type of pop. We'll see, though. I'm going to pick Alvey, but I think it is a close fight. Yeah, Mackenzie Dern got it done. Put on a great performance, Jeff. Huge performance. If you guys haven't yet, smash that like button. More likes we get, the algorithm pumps. Get more viewers up in here. Got 16 likes. I'm looking for 20, guys. Come on now. We are getting into it. Yeah, Alvey throws some weird punches, man. Alvey's good. It's a tricky fight. Big matchup here. Appreciate you guys for that 17. Thank you guys for the like. Let's get into it. I'm excited for this fight. Want it to start. Gonna have to wait a bit. As of right now, I'd say pretty solid card overall. Definitely some guys to look out for. Jack Shore in the undercard looks sweet. Got a big win over Hunter Azure. Out-grappled Hunter Azure and out-wrestled him. He was taking him down. Azure couldn't get him down once. What a knockout. Darius Danhouse slept Jorgen De Castro. De Castro looked. I think De Castro is not UFC caliber at this point. I don't know. I don't think he'll be lasting much longer in the UFC. He just got slept badly. Mackenzie beats Bajo Mendes. That was a huge win. Mackenzie clearly won the fight, though. Bajo Mendes, being 6'3", did not use his height at all. He needs a lot of work. He's very young. Gamrot versus Holtzman. What a performance by Gamrot there. Got himself a freaking knockout of Scott Holtzman. That's impressive. That kid's somebody to keep an eye on. Joe Selecki pulls off a win over Jim Miller. That's a signature win. Miller, not an easy guy to beat, and he got a unanimous decision victory. Joe Selecki's another guy to watch. Daniel Rodriguez beats Mike Perry. Nina Nunes gets tapped out in the first round by Mackenzie Dern. What a submission there by Dern. Armbar. Up next, Sam Alvey versus Julian Marquez. And then we're followed by Arnold Allen, Yusuf. The main event, Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland. Cannot wait for that main event. That main event is going to be fantastic. But we're waiting it out at the moment. See what happens. Could be some good shows. I'm just hoping that we have some good showcase fights. Really, right now with the Sam Alvey fight, I think might be a finish. I think we might be looking at a finish. I'm hoping we're looking at a finish. Especially how much ESPN's making us wait. These fights, they better deliver, man. I feel like we've been talking about this fight for 40 minutes now. Yeah, I'm going to pick Alvey. He gets it done. Over Julian Marquez. Yeah, Gamrot's nasty, man. I think Gamrot, he's a top contender. He's got a bright future. Definitely bright future. Be a future world champ, maybe. Who knows? Maybe, though. I think it definitely could happen. Julian's never been finished. He hasn't. Decision win Sam Alvey is what I'm leaning towards. We'll see. I'm excited for the fight, though. Wasn't that impressed by Julian in his last fight. Really struggled against Mackie. I just think Sam Alvey's on another level than Mackie. Waiting it out. Sam Alvey, he's making his way to the cage. They're Vaselining him up right now. Fight should be starting here momentarily. Yeah, Gamrot, he's special. Came into the UFC with a ton of hype. He lost his debut by a controversial decision, but that's why they gave him Scott Holtzman, because they knew it was controversial. And the guy he beat, Goram Kutulidze, excellent fighter. Or rather, the guy he lost to by a controversial decision. Even after the fight, Goram said that he felt he lost the fight. So I think Gamrot, definitely hot prospect in this lightweight division. Julian Marquez and Sam Alvey, get ready to go. Should be fighting here in the next 2 minutes now. Tail of the tape. 34-year-old Sam Alvey, 30-year-old Julian Marquez. Same weight, same height, but Sam Alvey brings in a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He also has been fighting at light heavyweight against bigger guys, and now he's taken on Julian Marquez at middleweight. His return to middleweight. He's been a middleweight for a very long time as well. Had some early success at light heavyweight, but then Sam Alvey just went downhill. 0-4-1 in his last 5. Julian Marquez coming off a win over Maki Pitolo. 8-2 as a pro. He's the -190 favorite. Pretty widespread odds here for him. Thought the odds could have been a bit closer, but I do understand. I mean, Alvey, the track record has not been great, but I feel like Sam Alvey can put it on him and get a win here. Let's see. Fight should be starting here momentarily. Currently, Bruce Buffer doing the introductions. Smiling Sam Alvey. Looking lean, looking in good shape. Legend of the game. Look how many fights this man has. Tons of experience. Plus 150 dog here. Should be a good one. Island Sam Alvey. Looks ready to go. Gives the wave and let's get it. He's smiling. He's ready for this fight. Good referee for this one. I like Mark Smith. He's becoming one of the better refs in MMA at this point. All right, round 1. About to start up very shortly. Julian Marquez, Sam Alvey, middleweight division. Good matchup. I'm picking the dog here in Alvey, but let's see what happens. Right away, Julian Marquez rushing forward. Getting close to Alvey. Alvey's back against the cage. Alvey does look a lot leaner than his run at light heavyweight. Should give him a speed advantage, but may lessen the power a bit. I think that power definitely helps his game. Southpaw Sam Alvey versus the orthodox Julian Marquez. Nothing happening as of yet. Red trunks Marquez, blue trunks for Alvey. New Venom shorts. I don't mind them, actually. They're pretty nice. Mixes it up. I like seeing new shorts. Got to get used to them, though. They do have a lot of lines in them and stuff. A lot more flashy than the Reebok shorts. Not a bad look, though. Still feeling each other out, but Marquez is the one etching forward. Sam Alvey's back is up against the cage. Could favor Marquez if he looks to put him in a clinch position here. Doesn't seem to be looking for that, though. Looks like he wants to open up with some strikes. Definitely throwing some good rear hand straights with his right at Alvey. Alvey ducking well. Good movement from Alvey. Head movement's always on point. He's crispy with his head movement. Jab cross from Sam Alvey there. Big body shot there by Julian Marquez. Big shot over the top by Sam Alvey. Close fight. Starting off good. 1.5 minutes in. Alvey definitely more the counter striker of the two. Julian Marquez pressuring forward. They're letting the hands fly. I think this fight could be a knockout here. I think these guys are going at it pretty well. Marquez looking for that big right straight. Alvey looking for some awkward looping hooks, which he's known for. Nothing crazy happening as of yet. Still feeling each other out. Trying to find the range here for both of them. Big straight by Julian Marquez down the line lands. But Sam Alvey eats a good shot. Not hurt here. Julian Marquez pressuring forward very nicely. Alvey getting a bit wild. Might get countered. Marquez being smarter with the straight punches. He seems very relaxed in there as well. Big overhand attempt there. Misses by Julian Marquez. Sam Alvey back up against the cage. I think he needs to unload some strikes. I think he needs to get out of the way there. Ooh, Julian Marquez hurt him with a straight. This could spell trouble for Sam. I think Sam's in big trouble. This fight might be over. I think the weight cut might not be good for Sam Alvey. He looks more durable at light heavyweight. Julian Marquez also clear speed advantage here. Looking like a pit bull out there. Good performance so far by Julian Marquez. He's definitely winning the fight right now, but definitely need to watch out for the counters of Sam Alvey. He throws awkward punches, and he can catch anybody with his awkward shots. But Julian Marquez pressuring forward. Sam Alvey's back up against the cage. Stuns Sam Alvey once again. I think we might see Marquez get a knockout here. Finding his range well with that jab hand. Not committing to the jab, but using it as a rangefinder, and it's doing beautiful work. Good block there for Julian Marquez. Rushes forward to Sam Alvey. They're slugging it out. They're going at it, these guys. It's a good fight so far. Definitely Marquez taking the early lead, in my opinion. Sam Alvey comfortable sitting back, but he does come back with a straight left of his own. Good shot there. But back up against the cage. Marquez definitely the bull here. Alvey, bit of the unsuccessful matador at the moment. Fight is definitely heating up, though. Both have landed their fair share of licks here. Julian Marquez has the crisper punches. But watch out for Alvey with these awkward hooks. Marquez definitely seems to respect Alvey. He's not overly rushing in. But when Alvey throws, you can tell Marquez wants to hit him right back. Looking for that big right overhand. Doesn't throw it, though. Julian Marquez feeling it out, trying to find the range on it. I think he can catch Sam Alvey with that straight right hand, because Alvey's chin is a bit high, especially with that left hand. But Alvey having some moments here. He's throwing some strikes. A second left in the round. That is it. Good first round there. Entertaining first round. I'm going to give it 10-9 Julian Marquez. Right now, showing to me, bit crisper striker, and as well as being more patient here. Good performance so far. Liking the odds of Marquez right now. Putting on a good performance. Good pressure. Good movement. Good straight punches. Had Sam Alvey a bit wobbled. Alvey wasn't looking like he was on his way down or anything like that, but definitely was feeling the shots. He was eating the punches. Good stuff so far, though. Good fight. Living up to it. I'm really enjoying this matchup. The matchup I think a lot of people wanted to see. It's a matchup a lot of people needed to see. Julian Marquez definitely looks in excellent shape. Sam Alvey as well. Going 10-9 Julian Marquez in that first round. Let's see what this second round brings for us. Right now, it seems like Julian Marquez, definitely the faster of the two. Better footwork as well. Sam Alvey, always dangerous. Very awkward fighter. Marquez using that lead hand to find the range. I really like how he's doing that. It's working well for him. Big cross to the body there by Julian Marquez. Not a ton of damage done, but landing precise shots. Ooh, big shot over the top with the right hand for Sam Alvey. Doesn't even stun Marquez, though. Good chin on Julian Marquez. He ate that shot well. Marquez still leading the dance, though. Controlling the octagon, forcing Sam Alvey's back up against the cage. Big straight hand for Julian Marquez there. Looking for some wide hooks as well. Julian Marquez pressuring forward. Sam Alvey throwing his signature awkward hooks. Finding the range here. Julian Marquez looking very good. As of right now, I'm impressed by Julian. Controlling this fight so far. He has Sam Alvey out on his feet here. Sam Alvey is doing the Watutsi. He's shaking right now. I don't think he's eating the shots well at all. Oh, man. Right now, another hook lands. This looks like Julian Marquez. That's it. Fight looks about over. Sam Alvey deep on a takedown, but he's getting cracked with hammer fist. This fight's going to be called in the next 3 seconds. This might be it. 3:04 left. There's plenty of time for Julian to work. Submission attempt there for Julian Marquez. He's out. He's out. Stop the fight. Julian Marquez beat the hell out of Sam Alvey. What a performance. And I'm going to say this, Sam Alvey needs to move up to 205. His durability is better. He can't take a punch at 185. The weight cut, it gets to him too much. When fighters pass a certain age, it's over. But I will be honest, I don't think he'll be in the UFC, sadly, anymore. I really like Sam, but what's that? 0-5-1 in his last 6? I think it's going to be really hard to keep him around. I think Julian Marquez showed he had a bad fight against Maki Pitolo, but that was just because inactivity. He had some ring rust. He came back and put a beating on Sam Alvey. Julian Marquez, I'm keeping an eye on him. Underestimated him a bit here, but man, great performance. Julian Marquez, beast. He's only lost in the UFC too. It's by a split decision. He pieced up Sam Alvey. He hurt him with pretty much everything. Yeah, I think Sam Alvey, though, I think they might release him, man. Sad truth of it. I don't know. It's hard to keep a guy around that's, lost all those last few fights, I think Sam Alvey's probably going to get released. Maybe he gets picked up by like PFL or Bellator. I don't know about Bellator, though, to be honest. Bellator has a pretty solid light heavyweight division, and I don't think they see Sam as a player there. I think PFL. Then we may see Sam Alvey in the PFL soon, if he gets released from the UFC. He got put to sleep. He needs to go up to 205, though. I think he needs to quit with this 185. The cut's too much for him. He can't eat a punch. He's taking shots from Ryan Spann, but now he can't take a shot from Julian Marquez. Obvious the weight cut's playing a factor here. He needs to do the right thing. Get himself down, or rather up. Build some more mass. Stick with that 205 or retire. I mean, Sam Alvey's been in there with the who's who. He's an older guy. But I mean, at the end of the day, the paychecks are probably pretty nice for him still. But if he's cut from the UFC, who knows if he'll want to stick around. We're going to be at the co-main event next. Good performance from from Julian Marquez there. Shut down Sam Alvey. Alvey had no answer. It was one-sided as it comes. Dominant performance there. Very impressed by Julian Marquez. Yeah, I agree, man. I think he might need to retire. He's taking a lot of punishment. But at the end of the day, his last fight was a Daun Jung draw. So I got to give him some credit. At light heavyweight, he's good. I'm telling you, man, middleweight's not his weight class anymore. I don't think he can eat shots. I don't think he can take a punch. I don't know, though. Now getting knocked out, or rather, he didn't get knocked out. He got dropped a couple times, or stunned at least a couple times, then choked to sleep. Sam Alvey might need to give himself a break, man. Call it a career, or at least take some time off. We'll see what he wants to do next, though. He's always a fun fighter, so you can't tell him retire. Especially because, I mean, Julian Marquez, pretty good fighter, young fighter, in his prime. Sam Alvey takes another loss. That's a tough pill to swallow, man. I feel bad for Sam Alvey, to be honest with you. That sucks. But great for Julian Marquez. This is the biggest win of his career. He's excited. If he's going to ask Miley Cyrus to be something again, like last time he asked what was Miley be my Valentine or something. Kind of cringe, but end of the day, got up Miley to respond. He trains with James Krause, man. James Krause is looking like he's one of the best coaches in MMA at this point. Damn. Wasn't the best fighter ever, but was a good one. The coach. Training some good fighters, training some killers. I think Sam needs to do the right thing and move up a weight class. No reason for him to be fighting at 185 anymore. Bare knuckle for Alvey, man. Hopefully not. I don't want to see him fight at bare knuckle. I feel like he'll get hurt. Bare knuckles, some crazy stuff. I enjoy watching it though. It's entertaining. Sam Alvey put out with a choke. That was devastating loss there for him. But hey, that is the fight game. That is the fight game. Crazy things happen in this fight game. Sam Alvey at one point, top of the world. No longer. Never was really the number one guy, but I don't know. I thought he would have put up a better fight. Crazy card so far. Seen some big wins, some tough losses. Sam Alvey loses by submission, put to sleep. Another one for Mike Perry. He takes a loss. Nunes takes a loss. But some great wins for Daniel Rodriguez, Mackenzie Dern, and Julian Marquez. Bright futures for all of them, I feel. See what happens. Waiting it out for this next fight. I'm ready for it. Right now, they're interviewing Mr. Julian Marquez. Definitely got to be happy with that performance. The signature win now. He win. He needed that W. Definitely going to move him up the rankings. Not necessarily into the top 15. As far as fighting higher level opponents, I think beating Sam Alvey does do something for him. Co-main events coming at us very shortly. Card's going fast, man. Going fast, but let it go fast. I'm trying to see some good fights. Got 2 fights left. Co-main event between 2 top prospects in the bantamweight, or rather in the featherweight division. Yeah, Carpenter, I don't know, man. Judging has been an issue in combat sports forever. I don't think it's something that's going to get fixed. Just is what it is, I guess. And yeah, betting is definitely dangerous if it goes the distance. Why, want to bet on finishers. Because if it goes to the scorecard, it doesn't matter. Your guy can win and they lose. Yamamuchi last night in Bellator got absolutely robbed against Dan Moret. I know, let's hurry. I want to see these fights too. I want to get them down. Let's go. We'll see, man. We will find out shortly. I'm just ready for this co-main event. I think this is a sick one. And the main event, Vittori Holland. Good fights. Stacked up on this card. Really trying to sell that pay-per-view for April 24th. That's all the talk. Yeah, but that Goichi fight was fake. That wasn't even real. That was a clear decision. Like, I don't know who the hell saw that fight for Dan Moret. Maybe you give him the 3rd round, but I don't think so. I was doing a live stream for that one, and pretty much everybody in the comments agreed that was all Goichi Yamamuchi. I don't know. I was freaking out. I was upset. I think it was a disgrace to the sport with that bad of a decision, in my opinion. The joke, to be honest. That was a terrible decision. Dan Moret did nothing. What offense did Dan Moret surmount that? It's like, oh, he deserves to get himself a decision nod? What? What planet is that? Like, I'm telling you, I was in so shock. I was like, what's going on here? Insane to me. Blows my mind, to be honest. MMA now, you gotta just DM me on Twitter, bro. I'll reply. If you have already, just let me know and I'll check it after the fights or something like that. Excited for this next fight, though. Co-main event's gonna be a good one. I think, yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a great co-main. I think it's an excellent main. Tough to see Sam Alvey go out like that. I like Sam. He's a good dude. But I'm happy for Julian, too. Just the beating he took was just... Look. All right, MMA now. Thank you, brother. Yeah, just hit me up, dude. I always talk. Always get to my DMs eventually. you ever send me a DM and need me to reply, and I don't, you can just let me know in the comments. They're hyping up this Usman Masvidal fight big time. I guess it makes sense. It is their pay-per-view. I don't know how the numbers will be though, as far as the sales go. But like Usman is fun to watch, doesn't bring the hype. And then you look at Masvidal, fun to watch, brings the hype. But I don't know if he has that same fan base. I know definitely a group of people that grew to dislike him after his political opinions and whatnot were a little bit against the mainstream. All right. Should be good. Excited for these fights, man. As I said, 100th time I'm excited for this co-main. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this card. Wouldn't say the best ever, but decent card. Fun fights. I don't think he has the power, yeah. I think that Sodiq Yusuff does have the power. That's definitely a difference. He's also faster with his hands, faster with his feet. I think this is pretty much Sadiq's fight. Hopefully the fights will be starting now. In the next 10 minutes or so. Get that co-main event pumping. Excited for the play-by-play of it. If you're tuning in, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Keep pumping that algorithm. We're hoping for 20 likes, guys. Come on now. We're at 16. We need 20. We're right there. Smash that like button if you've not. Right now they're showing the promo for this Masvidal fight. Showing him knocking out Askren, knocking Nate Diaz down with a head kick and stuff. Masvidal's a nasty striker. I mean, he knocked out Dern too. You got to give him some respect. He's got a ton of power in the hands. It's a hard matchup. You take on Usman. Kind of has that style that I feel like beats Jorge Masvidal. We'll see. Might be wrong. Might not happen. I am excited for that matchup. The first fight, you look at it, Usman dominated, but I do think Usman will want to actually land some big punches because he really didn't do much damage in that first fight, and I don't think he earned a ton of love from the fans for that first fight at all. I didn't love it at all. It was kind of, it's all right. It was all right. Should be fun though. Looking forward to co-main and especially the main. Also later tonight, some good boxing on Joe Smith Jr. and Maxim Vlaslov. That should be a good matchup. I don't know if any of you guys are boxing fans, but definitely some good fights all day today. Usman versus Masvidal 2 comes at you April 24th. True, man. Does Marvin Vettori take it home in the main event for Kevin Holland? We're going to find out soon. That last fight, I think Julian Marquez definitely brought up his stock a bit because getting a finish of Sam Alvey is pretty impressive at this point. And then this next fight, number 10 ranked Arnold Allen. Huge moment for him here. If he can beat Sodiq Yusuff, that's huge for his career. Yusuf ranked number 11. Nigerian fighters are very good. Like some real Nigerian nightmare stuff. I think Sodiq, a bit faster, may edge him out, but Arnold Allen is a tough guy to defeat. You look throughout his career, I mean, the guy's done great work inside of the UFC. Yeah, the athleticism is different. First fight with fans back coming at you this month. That's going to be sick. I'm excited to see fans back once again. It's going to be good to hear the screams. It's going to be a different game now with the fans again. I think to be at the event, I think you need to submit a COVID test 2 days prior, I'm pretty sure. And it needs to be negative, of course. Full mask. I don't know if there's like if you have the vaccine, you don't need to submit a COVID test. I don't know exactly what the protocol was. I was looking at tickets, but pricing was a bit high, and I'll be honest. I mean, I like the card. I think it's a fun card, but to sit in the nosebleed seats, I was like, hey, it's not worth it. I'd rather watch it from home. My goal, though, is hopefully when Bellator opens up, hopefully they come to the area locally to me. I can check out a nice Bellator event, a little bit cheaper seats. a big Bellator fan, as you can see. I like Bellator a lot, following them since the early days. They've kind of become the new Strikeforce, in my opinion. You look at Strikeforce in its prime, it wasn't the UFC, but it had its a unique feel. And I think that any league gives me that Strikeforce-esque feel. It's definitely Bellator, especially now being on Showtime. PFL coming at it too next month. Going to be covering all the PFL stuff. That'll be fun to do. Excited to see what the level's like there. I mean, I know obviously they have some high-level guys, but, when you get into the undercards, how deep are they? We're going to find out. Definitely try to sign the best guys they can, because that $1 million tournament's no joke. The playoff bracket they do is pretty crazy. Odd concept, but I do like it. Bellator. Coming at you again next week too with some good fights. Yeah, Scott Coker is the man. He's a good man. PFL going to be coming back soon. One championship. Be on top of all of it. Be covering everything. UFC, of course, too. Sodiq Yusuff. The punching power definitely could be the difference here in this matchup with Arnold Allen. Rip shots. But, I mean, Allen's a good kickboxer. Very good kickboxer. We'll see, man. Winner of this fight emerges as the next big thing in the weight class. Loser of this fight, it's not over. I mean, they definitely still have bright futures. Get into it. Fight should be starting pretty soon. Gotta wait it out. They're doing the promos right now. And then pretty soon they'll be making their way to the cage. I'm going to pick Yusuf right now. I think he gets it done by a decision. Slight speed advantage. A bit more athletic. I think that's going to be the biggest difference here. Good fight, though. I like it. Hyped to see what each fighter brings to the table here. Good matchup. We're at 17 likes, guys. If you can get us to 20, that'd be fantastic. Appreciate everybody tuning in. The live fight companion for this sick main card. We're at the co-main event now. Gone by pretty fast here. So who gets it done in this matchup? I think Yusuf slightly outstrikes him. Gets himself a win on the scorecards. Could be a finish, though. I'd like to see a finish. I do think both fighters are going to come for it hard. They want this victory because they know how much it means for their careers. The winner of this fight is going to make a serious step forward, and the loser is going to be set back a bit. I think the winner gets a top 8 guy. Becomes a definite legit fighter at 185, or rather 145. UFC on ABC 2. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. Next week's card is going to be fantastic. Robert Whittaker, Kelvin Gastelum. I'm excited to see that fight, even though Kelvin hasn't looked great in his past few. Him and Whittaker, I think, is going to be fireworks. I think he's going to rise to the occasion for that fight. Definitely will. Just waiting on the fighters. Now, just some ads. Waiting it out. Hopefully we see sick fight here. I do predict we will. I think both fighters are going to go for it hard. Yeah, DeCastro got destroyed, man. I'll be honest. I think DeCastro could get cut. I don't know. He's 3-fight losing streak. Got slept by Jarvis Danho. Him like some boring fights, man. He doesn't really turn up. I don't know. Seems like he just wants that one-punch knockout, but he doesn't set it up. Yeah, exactly. Danho slept him bad. You look at Justin Tafa, that fight against DeCastro, quick knockout, gave DeCastro so much momentum. He even went into as a favorite for the Greg Hardy fight, and Jarvis Danho sleeps him. Bad knockout. Bad knockout. Is it that Jarvis Danho is good? Yeah, I think so. I think he's a big boy. Hits hard. A lot of power in his hands. Do I think he's world title material? No, I do not. Top 15? No, I do not. Top 20, possibly. We'll see. Might be wrong, though, but it's just, I don't know. You can kind of tell. I don't know. A bit slow. I think he gets hit by the faster heavyweights. Like a guy like Chris Daukaus pieces him up. Chris Daukaus is somebody to watch out for. He's an exciting guy. Good hands in that heavyweight division. He's fast. He moves well. I think he's the one. Somebody to watch, definitely. Yeah, definitely good for entertainment. Slobber knocker heavyweight fights are always good. The problem is you get those slow plodding heavyweights. Sometimes you get the worst fights in history. You look at the Ultimate Fighter, some of the worst seasons were heavyweights. That's why the UFC is like so hesitant to do heavyweight Ultimate Fighters. Heavyweight is tricky, man. You get some heavyweights that are just specimens, like Francis Ngannou, or excellent technicians like Chris Dawkins with great speed. You get other heavyweights that are just kind of like fat, slow, and strong. They can work in the clinch well, but especially when you get outside of the UFC, heavyweight can be a shit show. Arnold Allen looking shredded. He's in the octagon now, facing off against Sodiq Yusuff. It should be a good fight. I think it's close too. I think we're probably looking at 3 rounds of competitive work. Sodiq Yusuff in excellent shape as always. Fight is at the UFC Apex. At the Apex for a while now. Getting the fans back very soon. All right. Should be a good scrap here between Arnold Allen. You feel like Ngannou's an easy fight for Jones? I totally disagree, bro. I think you look at Jones' past couple. He's definitely going to rise to the occasion for the Ngannou fight. But Francis Ngannou has evolved, man. I think that's a very tricky fight for John. I think it's a fight that has to be made, though. Look back in history of boxing, though. Great light heavyweights that have moved up to heavyweight get starched. You look at Michael Spinks versus Mike Tyson. But granted, very different. It's MMA now. But I do think Ngannou's power is a serious factor, but also his wrestling defense. The way John Jones wins that fight, I feel, is actually by submission. I think he needs to look for submissions. But I don't think so, man. I just think that he's too hittable at this point of his career. And if he can't get Francis Ngannou to the ground, which I don't know if he'll be able to, the hips of Francis have developed very well, and he's got excellent takedown defense at this point. Here's the thing, he's a better wrestler than Stipe technically, right? But it's the heavyweight division. The strength of Stipe is definitely a factor. And I do think we have to acknowledge John Jones struggled to get Dominic Reyes to the ground. I think Francis might surprise you there, man. I think he could land a takedown on Jones even. Francis, it's just a different level. He's 265 Jack, but I do want to see that fight. I love John Jones. And I do think he will come in with a smart game plan. He better come in with a smart game plan. Because if he tries to do what he likes to do at light heavyweight, beat you where you're best, I think he gets slapped by Ngannou. All right, this fight begins. Southpaw in the red trunks is Arnold Allen. Orthodox stance for Sodiq Yusuff in the green trunks. Finding the range with the jabs here. A lot of movement for Arnold Allen early, circling out. Big leg kick there. Sodiq Yusuff. Yusuf moving forward. Big takedown there for Arnold Allen. That was awesome. Big move for him. And B Destiny, I do agree with you, brother. If you haven't yet, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get to 20 likes. We're at 17. We're closing right in on it. Right now, Arnold Allen has Sodiq Yusuff on the ground. Actually, Yusuf now on a knee, back up against the cage. Looks like Yusuf's looking for possibly a guillotine here, at least a front headlock position, but I think it's very low percentage from here. I don't think he'll be able to finish on Arnold Allen, but threatening with that may keep Arnold Allen off of him. Yusuf's back is up against the cage right now. He's shooting for that guillotine. That might be in. That guillotine may be locked in. Nope. Good move by Arnold Allen. Spins out, but it did exactly what it needed to for Sodiq Yusuff. It gets him back up to his feet and where he shines in the striking range. Good attempt with that guillotine, though. I think that was very intelligent. Leg kick there by Sodiq Yusuff. Both in very close punching range. Big body shot there by Arnold Allen. Sodiq Yusuff putting the pressure on Allen. Allen a bit off balance. Throws a nice straight of his own. These guys are going at it. This is a great fight so far. I think both realize the magnitude of this fight. Both want to be champion. Both want to be at the top of the weight class. You need to perform and perform well here in this matchup. Big leg kick there by Sodiq Yusuff. Front kick attempt by Allen is blocked by Yusuf. Front kick from Yusuf misses. Arnold Allen's back is up against the cage. I do believe that does favor Sodiq Yusuff here. Big shot lands for Arnold Allen. Doesn't hurt Yusuf though. Yusuf is walking through his power and looking to unload shots. Big knee attempt there. Misses for Arnold Allen. Pressure is on for Yusuf. He's definitely putting it on Arnold Allen here, but he catches Sodiq Yusuff. Yusuf is hurt. This might be a TKO. This might be a wrap. Yusuf looks out on his feet. His legs are a bit wobbled. Let's see if he recovers. Another big shot for Arnold Allen here. He misses the head kick and falls. Big overhand attempt there from Arnold Allen. Looking to get back up to his feet is Sodiq Yusuff. Good fight so far. Arnold Allen had his big moment. Hurt Sodiq. As of right now, Sodiq Yusuff's back is up against the cage. Arnold Allen has the underhook here. May look for a takedown. Definitely holding now. Looking for something. Looking to set it up. He's intelligent with it. Good defense as of right now by Sodiq Yusuff. He's looking to break the grip and get the hands of Arnold Allen off of him. Shots from the clinch position by Yusuf. More annoying shots, not really punishing shots. Just enough to keep the respect there for Arnold Allen. Looks like Yusuf is getting his arm in, but Allen definitely on top of him. Yusuf breaks the grip now. He needs to spin out of this position. As of right now, this is definitely work for Arnold Allen. I will say Allen looking like he's winning this round. Good fight so far. Allen putting the pressure on him against the cage. 40 seconds in the round. Right now, feel Sodiq Yusuff hurt. Back up against the cage, but he is recovered. I think Arnold Allen, though, as of right now, has this round. Yusuf needs something big. He lost this first. That was mainly because of the big punch that stunned him. Big elbow there by Arnold Allen. But Yusuf is definitely recovered. His legs are back under him. He threw a big elbow that missed. Both in punching range, going for it. Arnold Allen looking very good, as is Sodiq Yusuff. This is a very competitive fight. Nice jab attempt there from Arnold Allen. We're going to go 10-9 Arnold Allen in that first round. What a round that was. Good round for Arnold Allen. We're going 10-9 Arnold Allen. Nice victory there in that round. I will say, definitely close and competitive. Good fight so far. I'm enjoying it. And I do think both want it bad. And I think this is going to make for an excellent bout. Still got more time, too. Yeah, Yusuf was hurt, man. Yusuf felt that shot. He was wearing it. All right, back in the center of the octagon. Allen in the southpaw stance. That southpaw stance has posed a bit of problems for Sodiq Yusuff. That's how he got caught there. But he is moving forward confidently, doing what you have to against the southpaw. Pressuring and getting in punching range. Not getting outstruck from the outside here. Allen's back up against the cage, but Sodiq looking to push forward. The jab hand is canceling each other out. Good front kick there from Arnold Allen to the body. That was pretty impressive there. Sodiq Yusuff and Arnold Allen, good fight so far. These guys are going for it. I think both know this is high stakes. This is how you become a champion right here. Head kick attempt by Sodiq Yusuff. Jab by Sodiq Yusuff lands. He's opening up well in this round. Good jab by Sodiq Yusuff. Uppercut attempt there by Arnold Allen misses. In the punching range, this is a 50-50 fight as of right now. Arnold Allen's back up against the cage, but at the end of the day, he is landing big counters, and Sodiq Yusuff needs to be very cautious. He is aggressive, and he is rushing forward. Could get him caught and put to sleep here. As of right now, though, competitive round. Good straight left hand by Arnold Allen. Not a ton of pop behind it, but it is landing. Sodiq Yusuff getting very close. If Arnold Allen can get out of the way of that straight right hand and unload an overhand shot with his left, I think he could put Sodiq Yusuff to bed here. Big overhand attempt misses for Arnold Allen. He went for it, but Sodiq Yusuff saw it coming. Bit too telegraphed for my liking there. Good front kick attempt by Arnold Allen there, or rather for Sodiq Yusuff. Cross there from Sodiq Yusuff touches Arnold. Both in the center of the octagon. Mixing it up very nicely. Good fight right now. Good fight between two hungry proteges. It looks like Sodiq was close to a single, but does not get it. He had the leg for a moment. Sodiq Yusuff missing some shots here. Good fight as of right now. Head kick attempt there misses for Arnold Allen. Good block by Yusuf. Ooh, but Arnold Allen landed the shot. It looked like he hurt Sodiq Yusuff. Yusuf might be out. He's stunned. He felt that shot. He is recovering, but he definitely felt that shot. May have landed on the temple. Smash the like button. Listen to my boy Carpenter, guys. If you're in, let's get it to 20 likes, guys. We need 20. We're right there. We're at 18 right now. Good fight so far, man. Loving it. Loving the action. Competitive. Two hot prospects on the rise. The winner of this fight makes a serious step forward into title contention. The loser will be set back a couple. Huge moment here for both men. In the clinch position here. Both seem fairly fresh, to be honest with you. So I do think that this is going to really possibly come down to the third round. I will say, Allen, feel like he's slightly edging him out this round just with the shots that did land and seemed to stun Yusuf. But it's very close and competitive here. First round, definitely Allen. This round, definitely close, but I am leaning Allen right now. Sodiq Yusuff definitely needs a big moment here. He's having trouble landing clean shots. You know, Arnold Allen is pretty slick. Also being in the southpaw stance seems to be confusing Yusuf a bit. Struggling to enter the pocket and is getting caught sometimes when he does. Arnold Allen moving out of range and countering nicely. Very good style if you're a southpaw. All right, they're in the clinch position here. Underhook for Arnold Allen. He also has wrist control. Pushes Sodiq Yusuff up against the cage again. He is going to be looking for a takedown here. See if he's able to land one. Big knee attempt by Arnold Allen. Or rather, Sodiq Yusuff. Arnold Allen does have Sodiq Yusuff, though. His back up against the cage. He is controlling right now. Not a ton of damage done for either in this round. But I do think Arnold Allen slightly edged it out with that knockdown. Just by a bit. Even though it wasn't a close to finish knockdown. It was something. And Sodiq Yusuff needs to not accept this position. He needs to get his back off against the cage. He cannot sit here. Right now, he's losing on my scorecard. Sodiq Yusuff looking to get maybe a tight clinch position and push him off. Yes, he does. He breaks the hands and gets loose. Head kick attempt from Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen looks on fire tonight. This is an excellent performance from him. He just seems a bit more technical than Yusuf, a bit better with his hands and feet. And he's moving very well. Yusuf, kind of predictable movements here. He's moving forward a lot, leaving himself open. He got caught with a head kick there that stunned him. So it was the head kick that really hurt him. Then the looping cross that got him on his back. That head kick was beautiful there. I'm going 10-9 Allen that round. I think it's 2-0 for Arnold Allen. Good fight so far. 2018 Arnold Allen. He looks en route to a victory here. Good fight. Excellent fight. Excellent fight. All right. Should be getting back to it in just a moment here. All right. You freezing up? What's going on here? Commercial in progress. All right. The fight may be back, but having some lag here on my side. Strange how sometimes ESPN's app crashes on you, man. But is what it is. Will be up momentarily. All right. The fight is back on. We are in the final round of the fight. Sodiq Yusuff has Arnold Allen in a good position. Front headlock position here for Sodiq. Putting Arnold Allen's back up against the cage. I do think Sodiq Yusuff needs a finish. I don't think he can win this fight on the scorecards at this point. I think this is a fight that he needs to get a victory by finish. He needs to look for a TKO. He needs to look for a submission. He needs to do something here because right now, this is not winning him the fight. This is winning him the round, but it's not winning him the fight. 3 minutes left in this fight. Not a lot of time to work. He needs to go off. Either look for a takedown and work towards ground and pound submission, or he needs to break away and get in the boxing range and use his hands. Because I do believe Sodiq Yusuff has more punching power. He just can't land the shots on Allen easily. He's unloading. I mean, look at the overhand that he just attempted for Sodiq. An uppercut attempt. I mean, Sodiq is sitting in there unloading everything he has, but Arnold Allen just a bit too slick for him. Not easy to hit. Sodiq putting the pressure on him against the cage now, though. Big moment here. Arnold Allen shooting for a takedown. He gets deep on it, but good defense by Sodiq Yusuff. Yusuf right now had a front headlock position. He lost it. I thought a guillotine may be coming, but guess not. They're up against the cage right now. Sodiq Yusuff controlling this round, though. Definitely. Goes for a leg punch. That's an awkward move, but hey, it's a strike. Looking for a body lock, but right now Arnold Allen does have an underhook. And he is defending fairly well. Doesn't seem like Yusuf will get him to the mat. I think Yusuf needs to look for a finish. Maybe he thinks that the fight's closer on the scorecards. I don't know. I think if I'm his corner, I'm telling him break away and let's go for the kill here. Because he's not winning the decision, in my opinion. As of right now, I think it's 2-0. I do think he's winning this round. So I think it's going to be 29-28 Arnold Allen. But who knows with these judges, man. Very competitive fight. Leg punch attempt again. Interesting move there. Sodiq Yusuff pressuring Arnold Allen up against the cage. As I mentioned, he's winning the round, but he needs a finish. Both in the clinch in the center of the octagon now. Let's see what Sodiq Yusuff looks for. He's unloading some knees, throwing some combinations. He's putting on a pretty good performance here in the clinch. Big knee by Arnold Allen there to the body. Arnold Allen now in the better position against the cage. If he lands a takedown, he could steal this round. But as of right now, I do feel Sodiq Yusuff won this round. Arnold Allen winning the fight. Pressure from Arnold Allen late. I think he realizes he's ahead on the scorecard as well. Big elbow attempts there by Sodiq Yusuff. He's looking for some massive elbows. Those hurt. But Arnold Allen with the constant pressure against the cage now late. I still think Sodiq Yusuff doing more, winning this round. Competitive fight throughout. I think they're going to give it to Arnold Allen. 29-28 here. He lost this last round maybe, but at the end of the day, the first two, clear cut Arnold Allen. Spinning back fist attempt there. Lands for Arnold Allen. Great performance for Arnold. 29-28 Arnold Allen. He should get the win here. 2-1. Good finish for Sodiq Yusuff. But at the end of the day, Arnold Allen did what he needed. Good fight. We're giving it 29-28 Arnold Allen. Let's see what the judges think. Let's see, fellas. Let's see. Scorecard will be announced fairly soon. Good card so far. You guys know I'm most hyped for this main event, though. Right now, Arnold Allen definitely looks improved. He looked like the better fighter of the two. The scorecard is being announced right now. Let's see what they say. My pick is 29-28 Arnold Allen here. But I'll be honest, looking at the punch stats, they might give it to Sodiq Yusuff. No, they give it to Arnold Allen. But Arnold Allen was outstruck here 85-40. That's crazy. I don't know if those are accurate. Like who are those accurate? 85-40. I don't think that's accurate at all. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But Arnold Allen, good victory there. Impressive performance, definitely. Sodiq Yusuff takes a tough loss. I think Arnold Allen is on the rise. He's somebody to keep an eye on. He beats Sodiq Yusuff. He's now a top contender in this featherweight division here. I think he has bright future. Especially Yusuf is not an easy guy to beat, man. This guy's got some solid names. He was a pretty strong favorite at -150. The underdog, Arnold Allen, comes through with the W. Main event, Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland here. A good fight. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Smash the like button if you have not. Been on here for 2 hours, man. We've been at it for a while now. This big fight is coming up next. The fight we've all been waiting for. Oof, I'm excited for this main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we came here for, is this main event. It's a sweet main event. I think we're going to have a lot of entertainment with this fight. It's going to be good. Going to be some good matches here. Good main event. So I think Arnold Allen proved his case in that last fight as being one of the top guys. The featherweight division. He becomes the hottest prospect in the weight class, I'd say, right now. I do think there's some dangerous guys on the rise, though. Definitely some dangerous guys on the rise. Arnold Allen with the biggest win of his career. Huge moment. Do I think the main event will be competitive? Definitely in moments. Do I think it goes the distance? I don't know. That's tricky. I predicted we might see a submission win for Marvin Vettori. But I will acknowledge this fight could definitely go the distance and be very competitive throughout. Excited to see what happens. As of right now, pretty decent card. Solid matches. Good performance for Daniel Rodriguez early. Good performance for Mackenzie Dern. Good performance for Julian Marquez. Arnold Allen with a signature win. Let's see. If Vittori wins, I do think he deserves a very big fight. Because, I mean, he's been at the top of the top for a minute now. And I think that winning here is much needed. And I do think high likelihood he does get it done. I feel like the punching power of Kevin Holland is there, but I feel like it's not going to affect Vittori at that level. Vittori's a different beast, man. He's a beast. He is. He's a true monster. All right. Waiting it out for this main event. If you guys haven't smashed that like button, we need 20 likes. It's just 2 more. Come on now, fellas. 2 more likes and we'll get there. Should be a good main event, though. Coming up very soon. Pumped. Definitely pumped for this main event. Hopefully they get it pumping soon. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long, because I'm just in the mood to keep watching fights, man. Yeah, I think Vittori will smash. As you guys should smash the likes. Vittori will smash, everybody else smash the likes. Should be good, though. Main event of the evening is upon us very soon. Raining outside here. Shit. Bad weather. Good card so far. I feel like some solid fights have been on it. Competitive bouts. This main event is what we all came to see. I think everybody's here for the main event. Card was decent, but the main event is between fan favorite Kevin Holland, one of the more exciting villains of the game, Marvin Vettori. Not really a villain, but he does give that villain-esque vibe, right? Let's see what happens in this fight. UFC is live. Is Brunson a better wrestler than Vittori? Yes, he is. At least credential-wise. But I think that the better grappler of the two is Marvin Vettori. And I feel like he can get Kevin Holland to the ground. And I think there'll be a lot of clinch situations here against the cage. That's where I feel like Holland's going to be in trouble, because I don't think he has the strength to keep Vittori off of him here. He's going to need to land big punches here, because I don't think Vittori's going to respect the power much. Holland has some decent pop. I mean, he does have knockouts, but I don't think he's the craziest knockout artist we've ever seen or anything like that in the middleweight division. And I mean, bad performance in his last fight against Derek Brunson. What's up, buddy? No, get down. Get down. Hey. Sorry, man. Talking to the dog over here. Should be a good matchup. And I think that it's going to finish off the card with the best fight of the night. That's my prediction. I think this is the best fight of the night. It needs to be. It has to be. And I think it will be. Most definitely. Big straight right hand there. Kevin Holland landed. Not in this fight, but this is the promo. Dropped Joaquin Buckley. Marvin Vettori has some pop, but he's more of a tank. I mean, he just comes forward. He can eat. He'll beat on you. Got submissions. Been finishing guys. I mean, Jack Hermanson didn't finish, but he put a beating on Jack Hermanson, and Jack Hermanson's pretty good. Kevin Holland versus Marvin Vettori. Does Kevin Holland walk? Yeah, he does walk around close to 85. I don't think he walks around at 85, but I think he's definitely a smaller as far as weight-wise middleweights go, because I think he was talking about dropping to 70. And at 6'3", could definitely be a problem there. Yeah, he doesn't cut too much, which I think maybe is his advantage, but at 70, I don't know. My only worry is the takedown defense. He looks ready to go. He looks ready to heat it up. He definitely looks more motivated. He's walking to the cage now. We got this fight out fast. This is the fight we all came for. The main event of the evening. Kevin Holland versus Marvin Vettori. There looks to be a fire lit under the ass of Kevin Holland. I do expect a better Holland than we saw against Derek Brunson 2-3 weeks ago. I think he's going to be a lot more aggressive. I think he's going to fight to get back to his feet a lot more. And I think he realized he fucked up that fight. That was a fight that, Dana White said he felt he had a mental break. And honestly, he might be right. This definitely looks like a remotivated, reinvigorated Kevin Holland. This looks more like the Holland that was on that win streak, whooping people. He's got the highest striking accuracy in middleweight history. I didn't know that. It was at 59.4%. 11 knockouts, 6 submissions. I mean, he's definitely a finisher. Yeah, he's got the most wins in a calendar year with 5 in 2020. That's pretty awesome. See what happens. Kevin Holland, Marvin Vettori, the main event of the evening. Short notice replacement. Supposed to be Darren Till, Marvin Vettori tonight. But this Kevin Holland fight's still a fun one. Holland looking in incredible shape. He's very long, 81-inch reach, one of the longest middleweights. Might have the longest reach in the weight class, actually. Marvin Vettori definitely needs to get inside that reach. If Holland can work a jab and piece him up from the outside all night, that's base case scenario, but don't necessarily know if it's happening. I think we're going to see some rushing from Marvin Vettori. I think he's going to get inside and give Holland some work. Vettori making his way to the cage at the moment. Exciting fight here. Main event of the evening. We've arrived. 2 hours and 20 minutes later, we're here. The main event is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. And this should be a fun one. Marvin Vettori, born in Trento, Italy. Representing his native Italy. Probably the best fighter out of Italy in MMA right now. Highest rated, at least. Looks intense. He looks ready to go. He did grow his hair out. Last fight he was bald. I thought he looked more intense with the bald head, but maybe he wanted to bring some style back here, so it does make sense that he wouldn't want to be completely shaven. Fight will be starting very soon. Vittori at the prep point. Gonna be getting Vaselined up. This fight is gonna get going. It is going to be a scrap. I'll predict it will. I'm thinking we're looking at a hell of a fight here between these two. Yeah, Di Chirico. Yeah, Marvin Vettori is a different beast than Di Chirico, though. But Di Chirico's pretty good. Number 6 in the world, Marvin Vettori. I think he wants to be the top of the top. He gave Adesanya his toughest test at middleweight, definitely. Maybe besides, the Yoel Romero fight. I guess that was kind of odd. But this fight with Vittori and him, that was a dog fight. It was 3 rounds of work. I think that he's working towards that rematch. If he wins here, that rematch is very compelling. I think we might need one more before he finds himself in the world title fight. But who knows? Maybe we'll see Marvin Vettori fighting for a belt if he beats Kevin Holland here. 6 foot to 6'3", 74-inch reach to 81-inch reach. So we're looking at a 7-inch reach advantage and a 3-inch height advantage. That's something that we need to note. From the outside, kickboxing range especially, it should be Kevin Holland's night. His boxing range is also much farther away than it is for Marvin Vettori. Vittori's going to need to use a lot of head movement and get inside here. Bruce Buffer making the announcements. Introducing both fighters. Nice new Venom trunks. I'm actually liking the Venom trunks. I'm digging the vibe. Gives me a little bit of nostalgia. I don't know. It feels more like the OG days of the trunks. No more Reebok. I feel like Venom's the way to go anyways. It's a martial arts brand. Reebok, general sports brand. Didn't have that same vibe. Venom is the way. Look at those trunks. I like the lines. It's intense. This is going to be a good fight. I like Holland's trunks. He looks good in the black and red. Marvin Vettori, the Italian nightmare. Call him the Italian dream, but really he's the Italian nightmare. I think he's going to beat Kevin here. It'll be Holland's worst nightmare. Let's get into it. Main event of the evening. 5 rounds of action. Between 2 of the top middleweights on the planet. Number 10 ranked, Kevin Holland. Number 6 ranked, Marvin Vettori. Big win for both of them here. If Vettori wins, I think it's number 1 contender fight. If Holland wins, it gets him right back on track after a disappointing defeat last month to Derek Brunson, what was a lackluster fight. 21-6, Kevin Holland, plus 260 dog on the lines. We'll see how this fight goes, man. If you guys are doing some live betting, who knows? You might want to throw some money down. See after this first round how this fight starts heating up. Kevin Holland versus Marvin Vettori. Let's get it. This is exciting, guys. I'm pumped right now. Marvin Vettori, number 6, 16-4 as a pro. 1 draw. Minus 335 favorite. I feel like the odds were a bit widespread, but definitely Vettori was a good parlay addition if you picked him up. Got some parlays left. Could be a good scrap here, though. I'm excited for the play-by-play here. Getting into it very shortly. He'll be facing off in just a moment. Supposedly, Kevin Holland ate Marvin Vettori's ciabatta bread yesterday, and that's why Vettori was so intense at weigh-ins. Don't know if it's true. That's what I heard. All right, they come to the center of the octagon for the face-off. This is fight time now. This is the main event of the evening. This is a fight we all been waiting for. Let's get it. This is going to be a fight, guys. I promise this is going to be better than the Derek Brunson fight last month. This is going to be a fight. Holland in the black trunks. Vettori in the signature green trunks. The Italian Dream takes on Kevin Holland here. the Trailblazer. Fight begins. Southpaw stance for Marvin Vettori. Beautiful leg kick there from Kevin Holland early. He looks comfortable from punching range, as he always does. Excellent striker. Vettori's going to look to get inside. I can see it. He's setting it up with the jab, finding the range. The game plan to beat Kevin Holland is out there. It does exist. But right now, Kevin Holland looks very good. Good body kick there from Kevin Holland. From the outside, he's phenomenal. Low blow there from Kevin Holland. Oh, shit. That's not good. Vittori's definitely feeling that low blow. All right, give it a moment. Give him 5 minutes. We might need some time here. That was a hard low blow. I want to see the replay on that one. Vittori's hurting. He's hurting for certain. Right to the nut. That sucks. Let's see how it looks. Boom. Oh, right up the center. That was bad. Bad low blow there. Front kick low blow. That hurt. That definitely hurt. Give him his time, though. I think he'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be a stoppage here or anything like that. Let's give him at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Holland looking very good right now. From range, he always does. Hurt Derek Brunson in that fight early. Vittori's ready to go. Like, let's get it. Kevin Holland from the outside is where he needs to stay. Be intelligent. Don't rush. Don't get over aggressive. I think Kevin Holland from the outside, he looks phenomenal. Big leg stomp there from Kevin Holland out of the orthodox stance. Lots of kicks here for Holland. Vettori trying to find the range. It's tricky to get inside on Holland. You definitely need to take your time and work. You're going to have to eat shots as you get in because he's very lanky. Oh, he catches Marvin Vettori down the center. Vettori closing distance here. Holland throwing some beautiful strikes. They clinch up. Body lock here for Marvin Vettori. I think this is where he wants it. I believe a grappling heavy attack is necessary. Kevin Holland is a very good kickboxer. I think he's one of the trickiest strikers in the weight class. But you start clinching him up, you put him on his back, it changes the game. Marvin Vettori on Kevin Holland against the cage here. Holland's back is up against the cage. Holland looking good in this first round, though. He defends off the attack from Marvin Vettori. Vettori closing distance, throws a lead right hook. Head kick attempt by Kevin Holland is blocked, but dangerous attempt there. Big straight from Marvin Vettori. Now he has the body lock. They're in close. They're in very tight. Up against the cage. Vettori is constantly pressuring up against the cage. I think this is the game plan he's going to be looking for. Not able to land the takedown as of yet. But he does have Kevin Holland's back up against the cage. And this is the game plan, I think, that's most effective for Marvin Vettori. Looked for a throw there. Did not get it. Good takedown defense so far. Holland is on his feet still. And on his feet, he's deadly. Shooting low is Marvin Vettori, but good defense so far for Kevin Holland. Vettori's hands, I believe they are grasped with one another, so he may be able to land this double, but right now, good takedown defense from Kevin Holland. Vettori getting low on it, but Holland defending well. He defends another takedown. Good work so far for Kevin Holland as far as takedown defense goes. Derek Brunson was able to put him down fairly at will in that matchup, but Brunson, elite level collegiate wrestler. Marvin Vettori is not. He's a good MMA wrestler, but very different style. Get down, pal. Big hook and straight by Marvin Vettori here. Good fight right now. They're going at it. Body lock here for Marvin Vettori. This seems like the position he wants to be in here. But he's struggling to get Kevin Holland to the ground. But I think as the fight goes on, this will be more effective. I think he's going to wear down Kevin Holland. I don't think the stoppage is going to come early. I don't think the takedowns will come easy. But as we get into the second, third round, it's where it's going to start shifting. Big takedown attempt, and Marvin Vettori does land the takedown. He's now in the close guard of Kevin Holland here. Kevin Holland throwing some crazy up kicks. Kevin Holland wants to get back up to his feet. He's fighting very intelligently here, and he is trying to attack off the back. His last fight against Derek Brunson, he kept that guard closed a bit too much. Is opening up the guard. I think he is looking to get back up to the feet. This first round has been very difficult to score, in my opinion. I think Holland
outstriking him could earn him the victory on the judges' scorecard for this round. Even though the takedown by Vettori, who's doing more damage? Right now, it's been Kevin Holland so far. But it depends how you judge it. This round's definitely competitive. Ground and pound here for Marvin Vettori. As I mentioned, he's not going to sit and just lay on you like Derek Brunson. He's going to unload ground and pound from the top position. And I think that's what he's going to look to do here. Even though I will say Kevin Holland smacking him from the back, throwing strikes. Marvin Vettori is looking very aggressive here on the ground. Beautiful reversal there by Kevin Holland. Beautiful work to get back up to his feet by Kevin Holland. Marvin Vettori was in on a single, does not get it. At the very least, Kevin Holland is having a decent performance right now and showing he's here to fight, and he's not going to just accept bad positions like he did against Brunson. That was a collapse of the mind in that fight. Good fight so far. They're going at it. Very entertaining. Big hook attempt there by Kevin Holland. Misses. It's been competitive throughout. Straight right hand there by Marvin Vettori. He pushes Kevin Holland back up against the cage. Tricky round to score there. Tricky round to score. I kind of have to lean at 10-9 Vittori, but I don't know. I could also see it 10-9 Holland. That's a 50-50 round, I think. That's very difficult to score. The takedown was landed. Not much damage from the top position. Vittori, though, was pressuring towards the end of that round. I think you can call it 10-9 Vittori, but I would not be disappointed with a 10-9 Holland score either. It can go either way that first round. Very close so far. Good fight we have in store for us here. I think we're going to look at possibly 4 or 5 rounds of action. This fight may be going long here. Let's get into it, man. These fights are good. I'm going to call it right now. 10-9 Vittori. Anybody in the comments have their own scorecard? Let me know. Vittori needs to get inside. Holland definitely more efficient from the kickboxing range. As far as the grappling goes, I mean, good defense from Kevin Holland. He was able to fend off some takedown attempts, was able to get back up to his feet, reversed Marvin Vettori. I am impressed right now by Kevin Holland. But Marvin Vettori closes distance well as this round just started. Big straight left he went for. He didn't really land it clean, but it did touch. Holland throwing some big straights down the line. Good fight so far. Left, or rather right hook attempt there by Marvin Vettori. Oh, and Kevin Holland caught Vettori with a big straight hand. This has been an excellent performance, in my opinion, for Kevin Holland. No matter how you score that first round, he's put up a good fight against the number 5, or rather number 6 middleweight on the planet. Takedown from Marvin Vettori there. This is where he needs to be. He needs to shoot for takedowns. It looks like Kevin Holland's working towards a guillotine choke. I don't think he'll get it, though. Vettori passing the half guard right now. Looking to break the hands of Kevin Holland. He breaks them. He's now in full guard. Kevin Holland is on his back in the guard position. Very similar position we saw him in against Derek Brunson, but does not, this being Marvin Vettori, have the wrestling pedigree of Brunson. Doesn't have the same level of offensive wrestling, but has still been able to get Kevin Holland to his back. Can Holland sweep? Can Holland reverse? We're going to find out. As of right now, Marvin Vettori is doing damage from the top. Not a ton of damage, but he is throwing strikes. He's in the open guard at the moment. Kevin Holland now closes it. Holland needs to get back up to his feet. He definitely is not going to win this fight from the bottom. I don't think he's going to create the space and pull off a Jacare knockout like he did in that fight. But he is looking to get back up here. But Marvin Vettori all over him from the top position, putting a lot of heavy pressure down. Vettori known for very good pressure on the top. Kevin Holland working towards getting back up to his feet. It definitely looks like he's trying, but it's just not happening as of right now. If he's not going to get back up to his feet, might have to attack with some submissions from the bottom. But very difficult to do. Easier said than done. A guy like Marvin Vettori on top of you. In your guard. Big shots there by Marvin Vettori. Seems like the scores are going to be very competitive for that first round. Some saw for Holland, some for Vettori. As of right now, though, this is definitely Vettori's round. Has a bit of an awkward position. The legs are up as if they're in the guard for Kevin Holland, but Marvin Vettori is all over him, throwing some combinations from the top position, landing some good ground and pound. He's not settling and sitting there like Derek Brunson did. I said he would not do that. Marvin Vettori is going to smash. That is his style. He's a ground and pound fighter. He's a guy that looks for submissions. He's very dangerous from the top position. Kevin Holland is in trouble if he plays on the ground with Marvin Vettori too much. I think Kevin Holland needs to get back up to his feet. He was doing excellent work from the kickboxing range. He cannot let Marvin Vettori close distance and get inside. Holland looking to do stuff from the bottom. Right now, stack guard position for Marvin Vettori. He looks to pass, but he does not. Still, close guard now for Kevin Holland. As of right now, this fight's been primarily contested in the guard or the open guard, but it is Marvin Vettori leading the dance. He is on top. He's landing good shots from the top position. He's definitely winning the round here. He could be up 20-18 after this round if the fight isn't finished here. Holland needs to get back up to his feet. He cannot accept this position. He needs to fight as hard as he can to get back up. He looks like he's trying to. He's trying to climb up against the cage. Was maybe looking for an arm bar that failed. He's in an awkward position now, getting grounded, pounded here. Good ground and pound there by Marvin Vettori. Been a good fight so far. Competitive fight. Liking the matchup a lot, though, I will say. Oh, this is dangerous right now. Kevin Holland just gave up his back. Marvin Vettori, though, lands a takedown as Holland got back up to his feet, and now they're back in the guard. Back in the guard position once again. This fight might be contested in the guard throughout. This might be similar to the Brunson fight. As of right now, Kevin Holland clearly winning this round. Good ground and pound there from Marvin Vettori. Liking the performance here by Vittori. Stay. Stay, pal. Stay. Come on, buddy. Stay. You're a good girl. Who's a good girl? Oh, we're having some dog nervousness over here. All in the fights. We're talking to dogs. We're doing it all here at MMA Experts. Good fight right now for Marvin Vettori. He did win this round. I think he also won that first round. So I'd say 2018 Vittori, but it definitely could go either way. Right now, Holland's eye looks to be shutting, his left one. That's something that's worrisome for me. Good bout right now, but the eye of Holland is concerning me. He'll potentially find himself stopped. I think that eye's hurting. You can tell. Might be shutting on us. Let's see. That's going to spell serious trouble for Kevin Holland. Good bout so far, though. I'm liking the fight. It's competitive. But I do think Marvin Vettori leading the dance. Grappling advantage, Vettori. Striking advantage, Holland. But Marvin Vettori is not accepting distance. He's closing the distance, looking for attacks. I do believe this third round could potentially be a momentum shifter. This needs to be a big moment for Marvin Vettori, or rather for Kevin Holland here to turn it around. Because Marvin Vettori definitely gaining momentum. I feel he's en route to win this fight right now. We're asking him if he can see right now. But he said, yeah, he's fine. He can see good. Yeah, he's still fighting. They're not going to stop the fight after a little swollen eye. Come on now. It's MMA, baby. Let's get it. Two of the best in the world going at it here. The middleweight division. The trailblazer, Kevin Holland. Marvin Vettori. Right now, Holland does look a little mentally worn out. What's up, my brother Farad? How you doing, dude? Good jab there by Marvin Vettori. Looking to close distance. Big shots there. Looking for the another takedown. It looks like Kevin Holland kind of just gave him that one. He didn't even look for a defense. He's smashing Holland now. I believe this is the difference. I felt around the third round, we're going to see a level difference, and it's going to be in the favor of Marvin Vettori. He's swarming Kevin Holland right now. Head and arm position here for Marvin Vettori. He is in the half guard of Kevin Holland. This is bad news for Holland here. I believe he's breaking a bit. He's fatiguing. He's wearing the weight of Marvin Vettori on top of him throughout. But he does retain guard. You know, Kevin Holland has excellent guard retention. He's a good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I just wish he had a little bit more offense. With those long legs, I feel like he could land a lot of triangles. It looks like Vittori has mount now. This is trouble. This is bad. This is really bad. If I'm Kevin Holland, I am nervous right now. I'm shitting myself right now if I'm Kevin Holland. Marvin Vettori has the full mount position. He may be en route to a finish right now. He's looking for a submission. I predicted this round we may see a stoppage with Marvin Vettori winning by a submission. He's looking for the head and arm here. He's squeezing it, but I don't think he fully has it locked up. He moves to, oh my goodness, this might be it. He moves to side control here. He has the head and arm position. Kevin Holland is trying to answer the phone here, but I don't think he's able to. But I don't think Vittori has this fully locked in. I think Vittori might have to I don't know. He might have to let it go, but he might have it now. He's looking for a different grip. I think the different grip might help him, but it looks like Kevin Holland's okay here. He is surviving right now. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Smash that like button. Let's get it to 20, guys. We're at 19. We need just one more. Marvin Vettori is all over Kevin Holland in this third round. Might be the final round here. We'll see. Right now, Kevin Holland definitely looking fatigued, definitely wearing the damage. This has been a difficult fight for him. Very good performance so far from Marvin Vettori. I believe he is up 2-0 here, and he's winning this round most definitely. Holland looks to scramble out, but Vettori grabbing the back up against the cage of Kevin Holland. They reset, they separate. Vettori putting the pressure on. He cracks Kevin Holland. Holland looks fatigued, man. Holland, I don't think he wants to be here anymore. His eye is swollen shut. He's hurting. Marvin Vettori is all over him. This is what Vettori does. He cracks Kevin Holland with a straight. This might be it. Big takedown attempt there. Holland is defending well, though. Good hips on Holland, but he is on his butt again. Takedown again. Vettori is all over him right now. This is trouble for Kevin Holland. He has the back of Kevin Holland right now. Marvin Vettori has swarmed him throughout this fight, has fatigued him. It looks like we may be getting a submission in this round. But credit to Kevin Holland. He's back up on his feet again. Takedown attempt from Marvin Vettori is stuffed there, but for how long? How long can Kevin Holland stay up? He looks very tired. A lot more tired than he did at the Brunson fight because he has a man who's trying to finish him. He's not having a man who's just trying to win a decision. Marvin Vettori wants a finish victory, and I believe beating Kevin Holland by finish is what's needed to earn himself a big fight. Even though Kevin Holland right now, giving it all he's got, is throwing some smacks from the clinch position. Good fight so far here. But right now, Marvin Vettori leading the dance, has the body lock. Can he land the takedown? No, they separate here. The southpaw Vittori, his straight left down the line seems to be hurting Kevin Holland a bit, especially Holland, who's fatigued. He doesn't have the same pep in his step, doesn't have the kicks that he once had. Vittori doesn't look like a spring chicken either. He looks a bit fatigued as well. Big leg kicks there by Kevin Holland. Big straight by Vittori. Not the cleanest of punches, but did land. Holland's definitely wearing the fight, but he's trying to fight back. He's giving it all he's got. He's definitely trying to put his heart and soul out there, because I know he feels the pressure after that disappointing last bout about 3 weeks ago against Derek Brunson. As of right now, it's been all Marvin Vettori has piled up a ton of control time throughout the fight. Excellent performance right now for Marvin Vettori. He's doing exactly what he has to. Body shots there for Kevin Holland. He's ripping some strikes now. Holland wants it bad, but it's a competitive bout. They're talking a bit now. Vettori rips some shots. Kevin Holland sitting in there. He's making Vettori think twice. I think Holland on the feet may have the edge over Marvin Vettori. But Vettori's playing it smart. He's getting this fight to the ground. I think he's going to continue to look to get this fight to the ground. We're calling it right now. Possibly 30-27 Vettori. Could be a 29-28 Holland if you scored that first round for him. But me personally, I gave it to Vettori with the control time. So we're looking at 30-27 Vettori. Kevin Holland will need a finish to win this fight, or he'll need 2 10-8 rounds back-to-back, which is not likely in MMA. His left eye seems to be shutting. If I'm Kevin Holland, I'm unloading on the feet. This is his best shot. In the striking range, I feel he's got the advantage over Vittori, but on the ground, it's all Vittori. He's so heavy on top. He's got a ton of pressure from that top position, and he was beating up Kevin Holland here. Holland did land a pretty good right hook, an odd right hook. Took the mouthpiece out of Marvin Vettori. He shook his head no, which usually means yes, but in that case, it might have meant no. Let's get it. Big fight here. Championship rounds here, round number 4. Let's see what happens. Good fight so far, guys. Really enjoying the show. All right, Vittori out of the southpaw stance. Kevin Holland orthodox. Ooh, he gets caught. Vittori lands a nice hook. The left hand. Big head kick attempt there by Kevin Holland. Oh, he catches Kevin Holland, but Kevin Holland's coming back with shots. Holland is throwing caution to the wind. This is what you need to do. Throw caution to the wind. He needs a second wind. He's going for it hard. Kevin Holland looks like he's got a second wind. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty wild right now because he looked like he was on his way out in that last round, but he looks like he's got a fire lit under his ass right now. Takedown attempt for Vittori here. This is what he needs. Holland defending very well. He's got pushing down the head. He needs to get some control here, man. If Vittori gets him down, this might be it. Yeah, Vittori gets on top. This spells bad news for Kevin Holland. He's a beast when he's on top. Arm and head position. Looking for the arm triangle potentially. Right now he's in half guard on top of Kevin Holland here. Good fight so far, though. But definitely, clearly, Marvin Vettori's fight. But on the feet, it is very competitive. And I think it can go either way. But on the ground, this is Vittori's show. Holland, I think, maybe best suited for 170 with which the issues that arise when guys get on top of him. He seems to struggle. Right now, Vittori in the open guard position on top of Kevin Holland here. He's throwing good strikes, mixing it up very nicely. Big shot lands. Marvin Vettori on top, controlling. Looks like Kevin Holland was looking maybe for a triangle, looking to scramble out. Right now, stack guard position. Vettori is standing up, so technically up kicks would be legal here. Kevin Holland is very good at guard retention, but he really struggles with getting back up to his feet. We're at 19 likes, guys. If you guys could, smash that like button if you're enjoying. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Excellent fight here between Marvin Vettori and Kevin Holland. What a main event. This is a sweet fight, and Marvin Vettori controlling throughout. His top control is devastating. He's passing. He has the back of Kevin Holland right now. He does not have the hooks in, so potentially Kevin Holland could get back up to his feet. Backside position as of right now here for Marvin Vettori. He's got the body lock. Back up against the cage. Body lock position. Looking for a double leg here is Marvin Vettori. Shooting for it hard, but good defense there by Kevin Holland. Another takedown from Marvin Vettori. He's been relentless with the takedowns, and he passes the full mount. This could be serious trouble for Kevin Holland here. This could be the end of the fight. Full mount for Marvin Vettori. He is on top. I believe he's going to unload with ground and pound or look for a submission. He's always looking for that arm triangle while he's on top. But he has the full mount, and he looks like he has the arm triangle. It might be locked in. I think he may have it here. He's got the position for it, but he doesn't have the leverage on it. Is Kevin Holland preparing to tap? We'll see. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good day, man. Cheers. M12, yeah, it is wrestling masterclass here. Just pure out wrestling and smothering Kevin Holland. Holland's excellent when it comes to striking, but really has shown a hole in his game. And at the end of the day, a hole in his game, I can't even say that. Shown a hole in his game against the elite level guys on the ground. But, if you're fighting, lesser guys outside of the top 15, Kevin Holland works them all day long, I feel. He's definitely a top fighter in the world. But man, Vittori all over him. But Kevin Holland retains guard. Good work there for Holland. Excellent fight so far. A lot of it on the ground. Definitely more entertaining, though, than the Brunson fight. Holland wants it more. He's not just sitting there talking. He's in half guard right now as Marvin Vettori. He's on top. Dominant position. Half guard is a very good position to unload ground and pound in. Good shot there from Marvin Vettori from the top position, but nothing devastating. More just positional control. He's going to be up 4-0 after this round. I think Kevin Holland needs to just leave it all out there and just go for broke. Because right now, this is Marvin Vettori's show. Vettori in the half guard position, controlling. Looking like he's trying to pass here, but Holland is fending it off fairly well. And wow, they're back in the guard. Good work for Kevin Holland getting back in the guard. It's open guard position now. Holland's looking for strikes from the bottom. He's looking to get back up to his feet, but really struggling with it. The heavy pressure coming forward from Vittori is something very difficult to deal with. A lot of up kick attempts there from Kevin Holland. He's throwing elbows from the bottom. He's fighting hard from the bottom. He's giving it his best go. But as of right now, this has just been Marvin Vettori with constant pressure, constant wrestling, and control here. He's beating Kevin Holland as you have to. Kevin Holland's a guy that doesn't make you look great. He makes you grind him out. It's the only way to beat him because on the feet, he's so dangerous. Ended a round here. Another round for Marvin Vettori. I believe it's 4-0, at worst 3-1. Kevin Holland needs a huge final round or he's losing this fight. He needs to put it all out there and he needs to give it absolute hell. We'll see what happens here. The left eye of Kevin Holland definitely causing him some issues, but on the feet he looked good still. 19 likes, guys. We need 20. Just one more. You hit that like button if you're enjoying. I thank everybody for tuning in. You guys have been great. Hope you're enjoying the live show. Loving commentating these fights. There's been some excellent ones so far, and this is a good one to finish out. High stakes here. Big straight left hand by Vittori. He actually hurt Kevin Holland there. Constant takedowns, constant attacks. Kevin Holland needs to give it all he's got, because right now, this is Marvin Vettori's fight. Thank you guys for the 20 likes. You guys are awesome. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I have. It's been a lot of fun for these past almost 3 hours now. And we are in the final round of the final fight of the card. UFC on ABC 2, Marvin Vettori, Kevin Holland. It seems to be 4-0 for Marvin Vettori. Kevin Holland needs an epic comeback. It doesn't look like it'll be going his way. I agree, M12. I really respect Holland for stepping in, but to be top 5, top 10 in the world, you really need that grappling game. Big straight, though, by Kevin Holland. He hurt Vittori there. Vittori shooting for that takedown. You can tell the striking game of Kevin Holland is very difficult to deal with for a lot of these top guys, but the grappling, he consistently gets taken down and put on his back, and he can't get back up to his feet. He really needs to work on the grappling game. May have to find himself a very wrestling-heavy team and just kill it with the grappling, man, because I feel like his jiu-jitsu is good enough. It's just the wrestling is the weakness. He retains guard well. It's not easy for guys to beat him up on the ground, but they just control him and stay on top. He struggles with wrestlers. He needs to work that wrestling big time. As of right now, Marvin Vettori seems to be en route to winning this fight. Holland will need a knockout or submission here because he is losing on all 3 judges' scorecards. I'd say without a doubt here on my scorecard, he's lost every round. The first round, the only one that was really close and maybe could have gone either way. Definitely wouldn't be shocked if they gave that first round to Holland. But right now, Marvin Vettori in the open guard position on top of Kevin Holland. He's been controlling throughout the fight. He's controlling now. It doesn't seem like anything's going to change here unless Kevin Holland can go through hell and get back up to his feet. It seems like Vettori has the win. He's trying to get his back up against the cage and get back up, but he's really struggling here. Looks like he's scrambling here. He still has the guard position, open guard now, stack guard position now for Marvin Vettori. Up kicks from hell from Marvin Vettori. All work from Vittori here. Wrestling, control, but Kevin Holland proving one thing. He's a hell of a kickboxer. But man, the wrestling is something that needs to be worked on, and it's not just going to take 2-3 weeks. Kevin Holland's going to have to dedicate about a year to this wrestling to really get it better, and I do believe he could be a top fighter in the world because he has the tools to be top. But the problem is, Marvin Vettori has the antithesis style, as did Derek Brunson. Very good wrestling and top control. Beautiful elbow from the bottom position there from Kevin Holland. He's working well from the bottom. He's definitely doing some damage from there, and I mean, he's given Vittori a difficult fight. Kevin Holland's not an easy guy to finish. He's proving that. But man, getting worked here. He's improved leaps and bounds, but he needs a bit more improvement to break into that top 5, top 6 of the weight class. Right now, I think he's comfortable in the top 15, maybe top 10 in the world, but not against the upper echelon of guys. 2 minutes left in the fight. It's been all Vittori throughout, and it's continuing to be Vittori. He's in the half guard position on top, loading a bit of ground and pound. Nothing devastating, but he is looking to pass the mount. I think Marvin Vettori wants to finish, and he knows to rise his stock, he needs a finish here. I think that will really bounce him up well. Ground and pound here for Marvin Vettori from the top position. Vettori in the full mount right now. Good control throughout by Vittori. It's been his fight. This looks to be probably a 50-45. He's in the full mount right now of Kevin Holland. Holland not able to do much, not giving much resistance from the bottom position here. Vittori seems complacent to grind out a decision here. He may look for ground and pound for the stoppage. I mean, he is throwing some strikes, but I think he doesn't want to risk Kevin Holland doing just that, scrambling and getting back up to his feet. Excellent work by Kevin Holland, but man, Marvin Vettori is all over these takedowns, over and over and over again. Guillotine attempt here, it looks like, for Kevin Holland. He won't get it. Vittori in the half guard. Broke the grip already. 50 seconds in the fight. I do believe we know how this fight is going to go. It seems like it's been the Marvin Vettori show. I believe it will continue to be the Marvin Vettori show. 40 seconds left in the bout. Marvin Vettori controlling in the half guard, unloading some decent ground and pound. His wrestling has been relentless here. He's controlled most of the fight. He's had a ton of control time throughout this whole fight. The first round is the only round that could go either way. It's been Vittori's show. 4 rounds to 1 or 5-0. Kevin Holland looking to do something from his back. Not much offense he can do. Vittori all over him here and looks to be en route to this decision. Holland breaking it apart. 7 seconds left. Holland is just unloading strikes. He might as well just keep on throwing. And that is it. Marvin Vettori edges him out by a decision. Grinding performance. That's it. I think that's going to be a pretty clear-cut decision for Vittori. Wonder what's next for him. Not the most impressive win, but still a good victory against a tough guy in Kevin Holland. Congrats. Really congrats to Kevin here. Or rather, to Marvin here. Kevin Holland looked good in that first round. But man, Vittori put on a different level of wrestling clinic. Got himself a victory, man. Congrats. Scorecard hasn't been announced just yet. I'm calling it 50-45. I think everybody will see the fight definitely for Marvin Vettori. It's not an easy, or rather not a difficult one to score. Pretty easy to score. Not an easy pill to swallow for Kevin Holland, who now drops 2 straight in about 3 weeks, back to back. Takes a ton of fights. He's really active, and he's not like he takes a ton of damage either, but he just gets controlled on the ground. If I'm Kevin Holland, I'm getting with a wrestling-heavy team, man. I really am. MMA now. Respect, my brother. Good seeing you, dude. Let's see. Scorecard about to be announced. The decision's about to be announced. Mortal Kombat sponsor here. Seems like this is going to be Vittori's bout, I think. We all can agree it's Vittori's fight. Let's see. 50-45. I just saw that. Marvin Vettori, unanimous decision. Controlled throughout. Wrestling was on point. The better man of the two. Trains with Rafael Cordero, the great, the legend. Congrats, Vittori. He moves forward. Excellent performance by him. Make sure you guys stay tuned. If you haven't yet, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Got tons of videos coming out. Going to be doing full post-fight coverage of this whole card. Got the videos probably dropping in the next hour, hour and a half or so. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Marvin Vettori gets a big win. Overall, pretty solid card. Disappointing outcome for Kevin Holland. Now it's 2 straight losses. He will go back to the drawing board once again. Also on the card, we saw in the co-main event, Arnold Allen defeat Sodiq Yusuff and give him his first UFC loss. Arnold Allen is a hot prospect at 145. Julian Marquez chokes Sam Alvey to sleep, puts a beating on the veteran. Very good performance by Julian Marquez. Mackenzie Dern beats Nunes by first round submission. Mackenzie Dern is legit as they come, and Daniel Rodriguez destroys Mike Perry over the course of 3 rounds. Awesome main card. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Smash the like button. As I mentioned, subscribe to the channel. That is pretty much it for me, and I will be having my post-fight coverage coming out very soon, and I will see you guys all then. Have a good day, fellas.